Hello, everybody. Welcome to the show today. Very happy to have you all here with us. And we're continuing on session 9 of Iron Pass Into the Wild. Is our tagline today, and we'll see how things go with that. But once again, hopefully everybody had themselves a really good weekend and did some fun stuff. If you hear children in the background, just understand it's an absolutely gorgeous sunny day here. We haven't had in a while. We've had a lot of rain. And the kids are running around like crazy in the courtyard. So they might wander in here. Just ignore it or say something that's racist. Either way.
I would have just preferred it had it happened during the intro.
Oh, that would have
But
been
I
perfect.
will.
Yeah. No, they're out in the
I'll
sun, so they'll probably be there the whole time
yeah.
until they
But I
get
will
tired
accept
and nap
clicking
time.
as click a bunch of clicking noises as an alternative though.
That was me,
to
I
ruin
guess.
your intro.
Hey, it's less ruiny than D&Q. I mean, normally we just talk
That
over
is
it.
true. That is true. But nevertheless, we're going to continue here with session 9. As I had said, and we're going to get into a recap, but hopefully everybody is doing well here amongst our players. Let's go ahead and I'm going to jump right into it today because we've got a lot to cover. Is that okay, everybody? Well, first of all, of course, we have our dice area. Anybody has your weekly stuff to roll for, please do that now before we start.
Oh, I forgot about that. Where's that?
What
link?
were we supposed to
Alright.
roll to gain?
20, and then whatever your modifier for that is.
Right. And if it's a new skill, you need to roll a 12 or higher. If it's just making expertise out of an existing skill, you only need a 10.
Okay.
And I don't have anything, I'm guessing, because I didn't do anything last week.
Well, you can start something, though, if you'd like. You need 10 sessions,
not
and you
working?
can either get expertise on a skill or gain a new skill or a feat. But feats cost money, though.
I mean, I don't mind staying even more underpowered than everybody.
What are the rules for gaining a feat?
Same, but you have to spend money. A lot.
Oh, okay. Oh, all right.
Yeah.
Like,
What is the amount, GOP?
2,500 a week for 10 weeks.
2,500 a week. for 10 weeks.
$25,000 altogether. So,
All right.
The dollars thing's
Why is it not?
which
I
is
don't
a lot.
have that much money, so.
Okay.
Oh, no.
I need to fix it.
I gotta fix my pen. Okay.
And this is the
I'll
last
find a
week you're
character
going to be
sheet,
making the
yeah.
same money. I think it's 5,000 now because 20% of it is gone, honey. Next week it'll be upped.
Oh, okay. So,
I'm at 3,500. You said it was
Ooh.
No, 5,000.
5,000. Okay.
I'm just going to rob you all. I can't, I'm a good guy.
I'm
That's
gonna
true.
roll a dude,
Okay, awesome.
Dave.
There we go. Sweet. All
I
right.
sent you the email, dude. Sorry.
Larry, I'll get to you
You're
in a second.
welcome,
I'm
David.
finishing my
for me, eclipsing the
numbers.
moon. I'm not quite that big, but you know what I mean.
Fair enough.
There's my
All right, so
Holy
let me do
crap.
a real catch up for Rabbit. Now, Rabbit, after the success of defeating the Hag Coven, one of them did get away. Dared get away, but you dealt her a mighty blow. Of course, there were celebrations and there was various dealings with the vampire stuff and all that. There was all the kind of happy hurrah stuff, and you had to deal with a lot of paperwork and stuff as you would have to. But during it and sending these guys off, the whole session last week was getting ready for a mission because the Baron and your superiors as well, they've continued your attachment to this group. They're really concerned of what the hags were doing in regards to the wild elves, and all the green elves that they had. They were trying to, of course, most of them failed, but they did create a bunch of, there was 30 vampiric spawn, and they're really concerned with what's going on with that. And they've asked you to go into the wild and go to spy on them and figure out what's going on and try to understand, because the struggle between the wild elves, the green elves, and the Thisians have been going on for centuries. And of course, being as we want to be close partners with the Thisian kingdom, the Crown is 100% behind supporting them in dealing with the threat of the green elves. These green elves are not normal. Wild elves are usually quite dangerous because they're savages, right? But
Mhm.
like the lizard folk, most of them are savage. But these wild elves are also cannibalistic, and there's something weird going on.
Yeah.
So they're very concerned about this, and they've asked you guys to involve yourself. So what you went down is you went down to Shendel's camp, as you can see on the map, and made some communications, mainly with Puffin's dad. And they gave you some advice that you were going to go over and talk to the Lily tribe, I think it was called, and lizard folk, and get a guide. These guys are far easier to interact with, and they like alcohol, so Honey has made up quite a bit of alcohol for them. So you guys are basically on the boat, and we left off last week as you were approaching the pseudo docking area. Okay,
You're
Can I
gotta sleep.
you understand, Raph?
retcon? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
What was that, GOP?
Can I just say I bought some basic studded leather before I left just because I need to switch it out. But yeah, if that's okay.
Yeah, I don't care. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So, let's go ahead and get into it. Now, you guys are on a boat which you got from Iron Pass, so you didn't have to requisition one from Shendel's camp, and therefore ruffling certain feathers. So you went through the time to do that, and the boat comes up to this very makeshift dock. I mean, think of a bayou dock that is barely a dock, right? And of course, the crew ties it off, and you see very nearby, of course, you see all these little huts that are constructed from the Lily tribe here. And coming out to meet you is one of the people who basically can speak common, so he interacts with the foreigners coming in the most. And he's also your contact. You know, he's got a red crest. And let me bring him up real quick.
Oh, we got a picture together.
All right, you see, no, that's not it. You see this guy, okay? And ignore the Aztec monuments in the back. They are there, but there are ruins like this, but they're not active like this.
Where are you showing this at?
Yeah, you're not sharing it, dude.
Well, I'm going to in a second.
Okay.
Oh,
In a second.
Let me pull up
Guys
the
are
thing for
pushing.
you, Larry. I know. That's what we do.
I'm pushy.
Okay, there we go.
I'm pushy.
No, I
Thank
just
you.
forgot. But anyway, where am I doing here? All right, that's
there
fine.
he is.
Okay, so here is the guy. Now these lizard folk are a bit shorter than the other ones who are like 7 foot. These guys are more like 5'5", something like that. They're not as big, but that doesn't mean they're not dangerous. But you also could tell from their attire and their stuff like that. You haven't interacted with the other lizard folk, but from what you've heard, these ones are a little bit more civilized, which is why you guys can make deals with them. Just think of
Right.
them as a Native American tribe as far as their level. Not Bone Tomahawk. Those exist too.
Oh yeah, no, we're not making deals with those.
No,
those
you're
guys.
not making deal with those. And honestly, the wild elves are kind of fall into that category, GOP.
Oh jeez.
Yeah. It's a
It's worse than
problem.
I
There's
thought.
a serious issue. Yeah. Anyway,
Wow.
he comes walking up to the boat as you guys are disembarking, and he speaks in very good common. He says, "Welcome, Iron Men."
Hello. You must be Red Feather.
It is I.
Yes. It is a pleasure to meet you. I'm
How and
Terador.
Hoka-hey.
Right. I introduced myself. I introduced the party, and I'll basically go into detail. We were looking for someone to be a guide for us. Is that
Oh.
something that would interest you? We of course
Guide.
have
Where do you wish to
have
go?
payment,
Payment. What do you have to pay?
and I will show him the barrels.
He comes over. He sniffs at
for the
it.
horse.
What
I know.
precisely have you made, honey?
Okay.
Wow, you're super low.
Maybe she can come in here and use my microphone.
Yeah.
All right. I'll hop on over. It only take me a sec.
Okay.
Okay.
1 Mississippi.
Oh, we're doing that now, huh?
Okay, here I am.
We have to get what I think is it called? There's a teleportation spell in D&D. We can learn that one, then we could actually be over in 1 second.
That's
That'd
true.
be handy.
That's true. Less than. So what is it exactly you made?
Well, I wasn't sure if they liked wine or beer more, so I just kind of made just both.
Just grog.
A wine beer.
Here?
Wine beer, yeah.
So he sniffs at the wine,
Mead.
and
As long as it's not an owl beer.
he sniffs at the wine barrel because he just kind of walks on the ship. By the way, he doesn't seem to have any decorum in that regard. He sniffs at the wine barrel, and he doesn't turn his nose up, but he's not so interested in it. However, the beer he's very interested in.
Oh.
Yes, and he said, "Oh, good payment." How in Hokahe? Okay. So he says, "What guide you need for?"
To be discreet,
I
whisper to
Secret.
Tater.
yes,
I put my
we would
finger on my
prefer it
nose
that way.
and wink.
I'm gonna pull up a map and kind of just show him the general area on the map that we're trying to have him guide us through, but not like the exact spot. Just like kind of like basically we need to go over to the wildlands where the elven people live.
That is Elikfir territory. They are very dangerous.
Yes, we're aware, but that's why we need a guide.
They will eat you. We will not eat you. Though.
I appreciate that.
Some tribes do eat, but we don't eat. We like beer.
It
You
is
have
good.
taste. Much beer, no people. Fantastic.
So, are you interested in this excursion?
I have to ask Father,
Of course.
but bring beer.
Yes,
It's
of course.
One keg under one arm, one keg under another arm.
Right.
Little gnome, we cannot see nothing but barrels. Perfect.
I'm on top of the hound.
Oh, fair. So the hound is carrying it. But several other of these, like I said, you had seen a bunch of lizard folk at the camp that you were at, right? And they're big, like 7 foot tall. These guys are smaller. They're probably more like the average human height at this period of time. And like I said, they're more lean. You see him here, right? But several of them come over. He speaks to them in his their form of Draconic, and anybody who speaks Draconic understands it. It's like more like a pigeon, but you get it.
Yeah.
And they start helping you with the barrels only.
Fair enough.
Okay.
I break into a short song.
Oh, good. Go ahead.
Nice.
Go ahead.
Almighty warrior of great fighting stock, might I inquire to ask ye what's up, doc?
I love how it's a Jewish nerd. It's perfect.
I heard a Bugs Bunny in there, but
Yeah,
that's
I heard it
Yeah,
a little
yeah,
bit.
definitely.
The What's Up Doc. But
Yeah.
but that was definitely the any of those stereotypical nerds of the '80s, for sure. Yeah. There's a movie called Deep Star 6, and there's a character in that is oddly hidden. People
About that
don't
on
recognize
Thursday.
he is in that. But the guy from the leader of the nerds from Revenge of the Nerds is in that movie with a
Really?
beard. He's hidden. You can't tell it's him. And he's acting like a.
I'd say
like
go
a
and watch
redneck.
it, but you wouldn't like. I don't think you'd like it, Amy.
Oh, probably not. But
Revenge
it's
of
still
the
kind of.
Nerds. I don't know.
No,
if
not
I
Revenge
like
of the
it.
Nerds.
That's a
Deep Star
great-
6.
Oh, Deep Star 6. I like that one too. That's a very 80s action.
Yeah,
flick.
but it's a horror movie, kind
A
of.
little bit, yeah.
Well,
But anyway,
Robert
it's
Carradine
super.
is
It's
fun.
super. Roger Corman, if you're into that stuff. But nevertheless, music. Thank you very much, Bard. The lizard folk look at you sideways, and they're not sure how to take it, but they just continue carrying the beer. You notice that none of them pick up a wine barrel.
Interesting.
I mean, I don't blame him.
No.
Not their cup of tea.
Not their taste, I suppose.
No.
to
But
know.
nevertheless, you are kind of led into the village here. You see Red Feather goes into the largest, somewhere like a long hut. He goes in there and he's in there for a while. You guys are standing around outside. You have the barrels are just being opened, and they're spooning it out to
Hang on a
people's
minute.
cups.
Wasn't this supposed to be for payment? Am I missing something?
Well, you can interject if you'd like.
Well, I would, but it's not like I'm not 100% sure what's going on, so I'm kind of letting them lead for now until I kind of get into the zone of it.
You
But
probably
I thought
feel
that
you
was for
probably
payment.
shouldn't interject.
Yeah, well, I'm
just-
guessing not. But
Yeah, at this point, let's not get between the lizard men and their.
And their
beer.
beer. But you do got some women over at you guys as you're huddled into a group, and a bunch of little lizard folk kids pulling at stuff, hair, and various baubles that are on your belts, and saying various words in Draconic that most of you don't know. Those of you do, they're saying "gimme."
I'll take a little bauble off of a bracelet I have.
No,
and
no,
give it-
no, no, no! Don't start.
No,
Nuh-uh.
Oh, she
Don't
did
start.
it.
no,
She did it.
Oh,
You're gonna
I
have the
feel-
whole brood.
the
here.
swarm.
She has
I've seen it
never
happen.
traveled outside of America.
Yeah, you
Nope.
know what?
Yeah.
I was on a mission trip when I was 17, and I made the mistake of one of the kids coming up to me and trying to ask for some money, and I actually made the mistake of giving them a little bit of money. Oh God, there was a swarm on me. That was
I'm so
yeah.
sorry.
I was very lucky. When I was quite young, I was a teenage junior high school age. My uncle is a horse rancher, right? And I used to love doing stuff with the horses, and I had to work, do like a little cleanup and stuff like that. But the reward was I got to ride the horses. But he took
Nice.
him and his main horse trainer, and they went down to what's that big city in Mexico? It's quite beautiful, like architecturally. Actually, it starts with a G.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, I don't.
It's not Guatemala. That's a country.
No.
Yeah.
Can't remember the name. Anyway, we went down there.
Guadalajara.
No,
Guadalajara.
I don't
No,
know.
I know.
It'll come
No.
back to you when you're not thinking about
When I'm
it.
not
I don't
thinking of it.
remember.
But whatever. We went down there. It's a beautiful old world architecture. But they were going to buy some horses, and it was summertime, so he thought I'd enjoy the trip, and I did. But nevertheless, he well, not him, the trainer, who was a Mexican guy, actually, interestingly enough, or was he Argentinian? Can't remember. But he was
Guatemalan.
Latin. But he said that he told me, he says, don't give anything to the little ones.
Oh,
So I was warned young.
give good advice. Yeah.
Well, whilst you are now absolutely swarmed with everyone wanting everything from you, you are saved, however, because Red Feather does come out of the main hut. You see in the shadow of the doorway, there is another lizard man standing, and he's a bit bigger than the rest, and he's quite how should I say, husky.
Prosperous.
Yeah, but you can't get a good look at him. He stays out of your view. Red Feather comes and he shoos the kids away, and he says, "Father says, deal you have."
Wonderful.
good times.
Well, tell your father I say thank you kindly.
Beer, good.
Yep.
I'm glad.
So do we need to wait
Easy
till
on
the
us.
morning to start out, or when does he want to start out?
You're in for a treat. The lizard folk are passing out beer, and throughout the whole day they're drinking, and they become wildly drunk to a point that several times you're a little bit worried about things getting out of control. However, the shaman and Red Feather never get out of control, and you never see the chief either. He stays in the hall, although beer is clearly brought to him, and you can hear his gregarious laughs from within. and various
Like
females being brought
Jabba.
in. Nevertheless, the shaman is going over a ceremony that needs to be done, because you're going to go into the wild and you're going to be a guide. So they have a ceremony for this. Well, they have a ceremony for everything, actually. So
That seems about right.
yeah, and this ceremony takes approximately 8 hours.
Oh wow.
Yeah. There's a lot of painting of your faces, and your whether you do it or not, you are disrobed mainly, almost completely, and there are various concoctions rubbed on you. There is smoke that is very foul smelling. It's blown into your faces, and by the time it's done, you guys are completely painted. Your hair is thick with mud. And you have been anointed as worthy to be guided by the Lily tribe. Um, After all of that's done, you guys get a couple hours sleep, and then Red Feather wakes you up and says, "You should clean off.
Okay.
You
We'll
smell
go
bad."
clean off.
I do so with haste.
Well,
Okay.
just use prestidigitation. That'll clean you
I
up real good.
yes,
That'll work.
actually, I do that
Yeah, you should.
because I have that.
If you have that,
So
and then make everybody else jealous.
yeah, right.
Well, I
I
mean,
look
if-
immaculate.
If
Come
he
on,
does that on
guys.
himself, I'm making him do it to me.
Although the little gnome is the funniest of them, and I do, of course, mean the druid, not the other one, not the halfling. But it's the funniest because they decided that twigs and berries needed to be added to the mud that went into the hair. So,
Of course.
but you
Everything comes out. Okay.
guys get cleaned up and get your clothing back on. Most of the village is unconscious, just so
Oh
you
my
know.
goodness.
Okay,
Well,
Yeah.
Yes.
and
a
eventually they did go back for the wine.
I mean, you would do that. That sounds like the right kind of party.
You would do, right? You would do.
Yeah.
Now, because this is a baronial decree, that boat will stay here. Right? Remember, you went back to Iron Pass to get this. You didn't.
Yeah.
You didn't requisition it. So that boat and its crew will stay right there. Those guys, by the way, they all disembarked, and they clearly have been interacting with lizard folk for quite a while because they fit right in, right?
They know.
And they're all drunk out and passed out as well, except for the captain or skipper.
dear.
I guess he'd be a skipper. Nevertheless, you guys gear up, and Red Feather himself is going to be your guide.
Oh wow.
And he
so can we
says,
give him a little bit of? I'm sorry to interrupt you.
Yeah,
I was
go
I just time to discuss with him the nature. Not, I mean, we don't want to give him full disclosure, I would imagine, but enough to know that hostile territory. But yeah, thank you for being the guide and whatnot. But our goal, and your goal, I'm sure as well, is not to be discovered, but we are looking for new magic that the wood elves would be practicing or in cohabitating with, or has brought into their territory that's counter to nature, right? Because it's necromancy, isn't it?
probably.
we assume.
You're not 100%
Yeah.
sure, but at least with the vampirism it is. Yeah, but you're not sure what's going on yet, right? That's why you're going.
Right.
Red Feather says, forever enemy, green elf.
Okay.
We are happy to help the humans deal with violent and cannibal elf. We know
Yes.
like them. How Hokate.
I hope it'll be some service to our people
Saskatchewan.
too.
Well, he explains when you mention the magic thing that he says the green elves always stink of magic, like many of you.
Really? Recently, or has this been a while?
Forever I know.
How strange. I thought that only the high elves and their descendants had magic.
He shrugged shoulder. Even my gesture descriptions are in pigeon. It's perfect.
Right. I was gonna say I prestidigitation myself again, just because you said I smell.
Dungeon
Well, no,
Master now
that's just
say
going to make
roll a
you smell
die.
more. Now, it
I
is
know.
interesting because he's acknowledging that he can smell magic.
Magic.
Right.
Yeah, pick that
Now,
up.
lizard folk are actually well known for their smell. I don't know that this is zoologically accurate, but most of my zoology study was focused on the bone and not
Right.
other, not olfactory senses. Nevertheless,
Komodo dragons smell very, very well. They can smell carrion from
oh,
miles
fair.
away.
Yeah, maybe. Now, as you're walking, because you start walking, and he's leading you northeast a little bit. And he says that he starts telling you a little bit about the Elikfir, this group that you're going, whose land you're going into. He says he doesn't know much about the more northerly green elves. They know they exist, but they don't have interaction with them. The
Right.
Elikfir are the ones, the most northerly they ever have to interact with. They mainly deal with the ones that are closer to their territory, but they have interacted with the Elikfir. And these he calls them savages, which
Oh
is
my goodness.
interesting. Yes. And he says they are always naked, running around, wearing bones and painting their body with the blood of their enemy. Not like us. We use berries and twigs.
Yes,
Very
they're
different.
very different. They sound like not very civilized at all.
No, they're bad. But he gives you some general information. He's a bit of a chatterbox, and but basically the information is that these are extremely savage. Now, you guys don't have much interaction with green elves at all, but you grew up with stories, and they're horrific stories. Now, how much truth are those? Is there to those stories, or is it more about your parents just trying to scare you to make sure you stay away from those lands? You don't know. But he's recanting things that are much darker than you've ever heard.
So they're very bad.
Well, keep in mind the lizard folk, particularly like the Lily tribe here, they are on the front line,
Right.
right? So this is an enemy they have to deal with all the time. Nevertheless, you travel the entire day and you stay along the coast of that lake, right? And he's not at any quick pace, and anyone who tries to pick up the pace, he tamps that down very quickly. He doesn't, like I said, he doesn't have much decorum. He just says, "No, stop, behind me,"
Right.
right? But he does get to a point that and it's still fairly early in the day, but he says, "We camp here. Tomorrow we go in. Prepare yourselves."
I see.
All right.
So you've seen him on the edge of the territory here. That night, you're right on the lake, so there's really no issues. You don't have, of course, you guys put up watch, but there is no trouble during the night. Now, the next day, you guys need to during the night. Now, Red Feather here is a guide, and he does have her. You can consult him if you wish, right? But you need to make a decision on how you guys want to go about doing this because he's going to try to facilitate as best he can what you want, right? But he's not in charge here. You are,
Right.
right? He's been paid. He's a paid guide. He's a Sherper, but he's not carrying anything. Matter of fact, he's
Yeah.
definitely naked. Nevertheless, now let me just read. Well, you guys go ahead and talk, and if you have any questions for me, you will ask them. And whilst you do that, I'm going to get myself some coffee. But you need to make a decision, guys.
Well, Tyler was here, but he disappeared. On
my
Tower.
Tower.
So to have like we're going to be reconnoitering. It's dangerous work in the jungle. I don't know if we want to be more cautious
Is our
with what
Is
we're
our
wearing,
goal-
how we're smelling, that kind of
Right.
thing.
is our goal to get near enough to the camp to eavesdrop on something, or what? What is our?
Or just to observe.
We're trying to get in there to observe what's going on and get out without being noticed. Essentially,
Okay.
we're
Oh,
on a
what
scouting mission.
I art artificers can create devices that can like record and like send video and audio transmissions. Should I create like a simple drone or of some kind that could maybe just kind of go in and investigate? We could do that kind of like and it'd be fairly small and innocuous and be able to maybe make some
Uh,
observations that way.
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, I think it's something. It's it's something I would ask Chester to see like what the limitations were.
Right.
But I mean, that's not a bad idea. And
Not at
you
all.
know,
It's a good idea. I think that's
yeah.
one egg, so we can have more than one egg kind of
Mhm.
idea.
Also, well, I can't do it quite yet. When I level up, though, I'll be able to use my basically use my Quasit familiar as a scout who can turn invisible. So
And don't we have a device against scrying?
we do. That would actually be Rabbit's item, which I don't think we discussed, but we did.
Yeah, I don't have no weird items unless you give me something.
Yeah, so that Hall of Magic items we had, we broke down what each one was, and
Alright.
we decided to give your character the Amulet of Proof Against Detection and Location. And basically what it does is while wearing the amulet, you are hidden from divination magic. So like if somebody tries to like find you magically at a distance, they can't find you. Yeah, and you can't be targeted by such magic or perceived through magical scrying sensors. So,
Okay.
yeah. So,
Well, we're going to have to infiltrate. So, that's really just limited. That limits who can do that, of course. That's me. But, we need backup or a way to be pulled out if there's a problem.
true.
I don't know what we have for that.
Me.
You? Okay.
Oh.
Yes.
Well, you also could be infiltrating in
True.
animal form.
Mm-hmm.
Did you have how many forms do you have now?
I don't know. You'd have to
There's
ask
no-
Chester.
She can, for 1 hour
Yeah.
each time, she can do it twice a day, shift into her wild shape. And it's like a CR1 or less beast right now.
Yeah. So a hummingbird, maybe? Well, no, they'll probably get clicked up and die.
Chameleon?
Yeah. I'm not sure about the speed on it, but I'm pretty sure she would be able to do it.
A flying chameleon?
Of what? I can't do a flying thing.
Oh,
I
okay.
Yeah,
can do
she
a
can't
water
be-
thing and a travel on foot thing.
Oh, so not snakes?
I can do snakes, but I can't do like flying snakes.
Yeah.
But
no
still, like
reptiles?
a chameleon's good. A snake, reptiles. Are we in? Is this jungle terrain or is this fort?
It
Is
looks
still
like
forest, right?
it looks like jungle terrain.
Well, I'm. I don't think it is.
It's like a swamplands.
It is.
Oh,
That's
really?
right. That's right. It's swampland. So, yeah, snakes would be good.
I also have the ability to create. If Chester agrees, apparently, recently, artificers can create just but like any common magic item that's not a potion or a scroll. Not just the one from the list with like the alchemy jugs. Those are the uncommon items I can create.
Yeah.
But I can also create just about any kind of common item, like a feather token, or there's this one kind of like it's like a looking glass, but it can look through solid objects.
What's the time to produce that?
Okay, I don't have that information on me.
Okay.
I had that in the book. See if I have that over here. Downtime stuff. I think that is. Although I'm not sure how the rules for that change specifically for artificers. See if I can find it. Here.
Well, while you're doing that, let me put a couple of caveats down here. Um, before you guys give me information or ask me questions or whatever, I didn't hear what you were talking about. But let me just kind of make a couple of things clear. One, up until this point, it's been rather linear in the storytelling, and several times, like I said, you were overthinking things, right? Because it was linear, and we were basically world building. But we're not doing that now. This situation here, where you guys need to reconnoiter and find out what's going on with these green elves, the Elikfir particularly, there are many ways you can go about it, and I'm not going to interfere at all. But the second caveat is this, though. I am bottle dicing this story arc.
So what?
What?
What's that mean?
Bottle dicing.
Yeah,
Which
I don't know what you mean.
Secret.
You mean I'm not going to interfere with any dice? I'm not going to fudge anything. Whatever happens, happens. And if you screw up in the right way, you will have a TPK.
Yay! Let's do that.
Yep. Okay. So
let's
Well,
have the
first
sneaky people in and hope for the best. I mean, there
Yeah.
seems like you're onto something, to be fair. So
Well, bottle
Well-
dicing, that's what that means. So.
yeah. So I mean, I think it would be wise, first of all, to ask Red Feather what would be the sneakiest way. I think that would make sense.
Okay.
'Cause he is our guide.
What would he do?
yeah, he's gonna have a better idea of the land and stuff as well. Definitely.
He says, if you want to be as stealthy as possible, it is better to travel in day, not night.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Oh,
Is it
Dungeon
daytime?
Master.
I thought it was daytime. Was it not daytime?
Well, right now it's like dusk, because like he stopped way at the before the end of their border just so you guys could prepare. So you have a longer sit
Yeah.
than you normally would.
Ooh.
So it's getting on toward night, but you guys are camped.
Well, we definitely don't want to go in at night then.
Well, he says they are nocturnal, so.
Yeah, so yeah, we need to go in the morning, like
18.
first light kind of time when they're, you know.
They are nocturnal is a new thing too.
I
You
am
realize
That is-
producing 2 batches of berries and passing 3 out to everybody.
Okay, cool.
Thank you, thank you.
They'll last
berries.
24 hours.
24
Mr. Dungeon
hours.
Master.
Yes.
And we could sit in the camp with my amulet or something, I guess. I don't know. I'm not sure, 100% sure how that works yet. But
Just as a reminder, could you read that last note that I sent you
Oh, sure.
last time?
Yeah, let me go do it. I'll do it now. But anyway, so hold on a second here. Let's see here.
We want to remember
Oh
too
yeah,
that
I
we can-
remember what you said with this. Yeah.
if we need to bug out, we need to bug out. You know, like if we alarm them, it's time to go.
Yeah. Sneaky is
It's
good.
probably a good
That's-
time to
yeah.
use that, Larry, since you have some downtime here.
Excellent.
yeah, obviously we can't do anything. We just need to prepare ourselves between now and the morning.
Well, you do
So-
need to kind of have an approach, I would say. But like
Yeah.
I said, I'm not involved myself like I did before. So
Did we say originally that Red Feather was going to take us by a boat that the tribe had originally? Or or is-
clearly has decided not to do that.
okay, well that's fair enough.
What can you Melissa? Can you make an artifact that would work to disguise us in the evening, cover to help camouflage our camp?
There is a pin that I can make that when you wear it like for like for like either 1 hour or 6 hours can make you kind of look like anything. If you make it last for 6 hours, it loses its magic. It loses its magic power. Let's see.
Are your creations limited by the list that you have, or is it just by design? Can you come up with something by design that's?
Oh, could I create something like just on the fly, just using my own imagination?
Yeah.
That'd be up to Chester. I'm up to it, but
Yeah. You've got certain limitations, I know, as an artificer. There's like there's only so many magic items you could, I think, like with the one ability you have where you can have like 2 magical items and it's like different rarities, right? That's how we have the bag of holding and the alchemy jug.
Right.
So I know if you wanted to create more items on that list, you have to basically get rid of one of the items you currently have, so it just goes away. So it's not like a permanent fixture, right?
Right. Like maybe for instance, yeah.
Yeah. So
and
you'd
my-
have to
I was-
switch it out if you wanted to do that, I think. For the for that rarity.
Right. Let's see. The pin, I remember that it was a common item that I could create. I found this list of common items that artificers can make.
Okay.
I mean, I guess since I'm done making wine and stuff, I can put away the alchemy. And we're not in survival mode right now. I can put away the alchemy jug for a while.
What is the component cost?
The component, I don't have that information.
Okay. You want to send me the link to the thing you found so I can?
Sure.
I'll look
I'll be
over
there.
it.
Okay, it'll take me a moment. I had to go over to my
No.
computer.
Because
Does
it's
anyone
like
have I was gonna say, does anyone have disguise? I mean, Bill, do you not have disguise or anything as well?
I would say if someone had any crafting skills, they could help, and it would be a craft roll to try to make it blend in.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, if anyone has a disguise kit, yeah, we've just put camouflage on us.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. That's all we need for just to
I don't
say
have a disguise
I don't
kit
either.
per se, but I do have deception and
what?
disguise
You
kit.
have
Excuse me,
crafting.
everybody. You have a bard amongst
Yeah.
you.
Oh,
They're
excuse me.
absolute
Yes.
devious bastards. They definitely have a
Did
disguise
someone say
So,
disguise?
question.
kit.
Yes,
they did.
we did.
Chester.
Larry
So
can
technically,
help you.
I'm a full-blooded elf.
Yes.
Is there any chance if I was like trying to be stealthy that he could prestidigitation me to make me green? You know, kind of blend in.
Well,
I know
Larry
I
could
can.
disguise
with a
you all.
disguise?
I mean,
Yeah.
I was gonna say, like, proper disguising. That's what we need because I remember that being really useful for stuff like this.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if a disguise kit could change you into green elves, but we might be able to change you into something that the green elves wouldn't be so aggressive against. That would be my.
I just figured camouflage.
assumption.
That
Yeah,
makes sense.
Exactly.
Yeah, and he could do that easily. And do
That's
keep in mind, Puffin,
fantastic.
if you were moving by yourself, you and Badger are going to be the most stealthy thing. Although your armor is going to be a problem. But
Yeah, I'm not stealthy.
But you're moving as a group, and this group is not particularly stealthy, so you have to take that into account.
Our armor will work
Chester-
against us for being stealthy. But let's follow up along this line with the bard. Sorry, Larry. Go ahead.
I'm listening to what's going on, but I've dropped back just a couple of steps. You've read your note. Do I need to roll anything for that?
Not unless the spell says you have to.
Let me see. Just un momento, por favor. I've got it right here. See.
That's kind of more of a passive spell.
Secrets
Yeah,
are
it's,
no
it's
fun.
one action.
Secrets hurt
It's
someone.
it's transmutation.
Yep.
It says nothing about a roll.
Yeah. No, I don't think so. It's very passive.
Okay.
Thing. If it was in combat, I'd maybe make you make a concentration check, but it's not. So.
Sure. So on that note, can you send me a little note of what I might hear, if anything?
Sure.
Thank you. Sorry, guys, it makes it a little more realistic if we're on the room together. You'd understand.
You know, you're fine. I was just
Well,
thinking when you mentioned the word here, I was like, well, we're not really posting watch. Are we posting watch at the
Well,
moment?
you will eventually. We haven't got that far in the night yet.
Yeah.
You guys are still talking and planning and asking questions. All right.
Just remind everybody, as far as you know, I am always here to help. As far as you know, I'm a chaotic good character.
Okay.
And when I say as far as
That's
you know,
not reassuring.
That's
trying-
not ominous at all.
I'm not trying to say that I'm not, or I'm trying to fool you, but just keep that in mind.
Make
But I'm
that
not trying
bluff
to fool
roll.
you.
So, Melissa, the item, so for common items, it takes about 10 hours of work, and the cost is 25 gold, so that'd be $2,500.
Okay, yeah, I made that much.
In materials,
so I should be able to afford it.
Yeah. So that would be the cost, though. Just letting you know. So if you did want to work on it, of course we'd have to have 10 hours of downtime. We can't be like moving. So you might have to get like it partially done one day and then partially done the next day.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but that is what it would cost for the common stuff.
Well, we still follow up on here with with our bard on
Thank you.
what kind of disguising, or as far as like camouflaging our camp, our masking our presence.
Your gear, your camp, and all that kind of stuff. He could definitely work on. That's easy. Yeah.
I got a
gotta make
little
a roll, but I
information.
Next,
I have it on good authority that as we already know, these elves are violent and dangerous. They're only moving around at night. But now I've been told with certainty that they are cursed.
they are what?
Cursed.
Cursed.
What does that mean?
Well, that makes sense.
I'm going to step back again for a moment.
All right. Yeah, they're.
Oh. Looks like one of the Baron's men is definitely kicking ass. I don't know about the other one.
He's an investigator. Give him something to investigate. All right.
All right.
Anyway, so what is your plan? What questions do you have for Red Feather or me?
Well, do we need to mask our scent?
Elves aren't particularly keen of smell. No.
But savage, hunting, wild, naked, running through the woods elves?
Elves don't have an advantage or in that. They just don't.
Okay.
They move quietly in the forest. They know a lot of natural herbs and ointments that they can make. Of course, these ones are more nocturnal than elves. So therefore their dark vision is better slightly.
That's what I was going to ask. Do they do dark vision in this edition, not infravision, right?
Well, these guys, I'm running them. Basically, what I'm using is for those of you who understand what this means, I'm using the Drow template, but they're not Drow.
I remember Drow. I mean, that's what I was.
So
they work.
We would need a way to mask our heat during the night. We'd be a big heat source.
Well, her cabin thing that she's talking about making would possibly suffice in that.
Yeah, I think we'll be okay with that. I think we just need to get past this night and then get the stealthy people. What do you say? You're stealthy, and then the people that have we need to investigate, scout out with this stealthiness.
Well, and also
animal person and you. And what was it? Was it 3 of you that can do? I can't remember.
Would an automaton produce heat that would make them easy to track?
Don't think
I honestly don't think they would notice our heat signatures. I don't think they have that.
I don't think they would. I don't think that's.
Anyways.
I don't really know, but
what are they? The predator?
Yeah, they're Drow.
I mean, if they're predator, we're really screwed anyway. So.
Chester.
All in a second. Yeah.
Yeah. Read your notes.
I am. Yeah, I am.
Okay.
All right. Well, lady, I know that she can do pass without trace.
Yeah,
which would give us all a +10 to our stealth rolls anyways.
That's a bonus.
So, and I would suggest while we're traveling, if we have to make a stealth roll, Puffin, you keep guidance on Amy, since she's in heavy armor.
I'm in heavy armor as well.
Well, yeah. How many of our party members have guidance as a cantrip?
I do.
Yes.
2. Okay.
Okay, so we might want to have guidance running. One person having guidance on Amy, and one person having, Puffin. You can put guidance on yourself.
How many people
remember I'm in chainmail, so you know.
Oh, that's true. You're in heavy too.
Yeah.
So pass without a trace might help if we're getting +10.
Yeah, no, that would definitely help. Yeah.
Do we want to change into other kind of armor?
No, I don't have other armor.
I'm moseying back up to the rest of the group, and I need to tell you guys something.
Chester,
Yes.
What we're
pass
dealing with
without
here.
trace is range of self,
Yeah.
unless you're changing that.
Yeah.
All right, so
It'd
it's
be
a
centered
self-
around you.
Yeah, it's just you. Yeah.
What were
Yeah.
you saying, Larry?
I just would like to communicate that we need to prepare for something here. Apparently, this curse that these elves have been put under is demonic.
Yay.
Well, I mean, I guess it makes sense that they're working with the hags.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
so-
I've got a small deal in place that as we go along, I'll be having a few discussions. So if I step back out
That's
of the
not
crew,
what I meant.
Oh, it isn't.
No.
Can you clarify, please?
Yes. You're because you're dealing with a limited sentience here.
Got it. Got it.
Um,
Got it.
Okay.
Got it. That's it. I'm done. So
Well,
anyway, point
you
being
need to
is
make
that's
a
what they are.
I love this. I love the shenanigans. It's
You
great.
need to make a disguise roll, Larry. So make
Okay.
that roll for me, please.
A disguise roll.
One of you might want to give him guidance while he does this.
Yeah.
It is night, so you guys can burn any spells you have. Make sure he gets it. It would be helpful if this was done well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's a cantrip, so I'm gonna
Yeah, it's a
zap
cantrip.
him.
And if anybody
What-
else
what-
has disguise, they can assist him.
What's the roll for
Do you
this?
not have it?
Looking, hold on.
You roll a
Disguise.
d20 plus you add your disguise roll, and then which is going to be, I guess it would be under sleight of hand. No, I don't know. What would that be?
Deception.
Well, I
I
think
can't
it's
remember.
Deception.
It would
yeah,
usually-
deception. Plus you have
Yeah.
disguise kit, which gives you another +2. So you get a
Can-
+4 plus whatever your I don't know. Is that an intelligence or
Yeah,
charisma.
charisma.
charisma?
it'd be charisma.
So you
yeah.
add your charisma. So it's
So my-
+4
So
plus
my
your
charisma's
charisma.
+5.
Someone's giving
Yep.
you guidance, so that's a +d6
4.
to the roll, I think.
No, okay, so you'd be rolling a +7. Oh no, +8 because you've got 3 proficiency now. So +8, and then you're going to add an additional D4
A d4.
on your roll. So D20.
You
Yeah.
roll
A
a d20
D4
and a d4
plus 8.
+8. Go ahead.
Doesn't he have an ability to give you a dice to kind of hold in your back pocket for later?
That's
Is that
it.
a
Yeah.
part of
Yeah,
it?
I mean, if you want to use an inspiration now, that'd probably be good. Just because we're about to go to sleep, so you get them back at dawn, anyways.
Yeah.
And I'll
Yeah.
cast.
Okay.
What stat does it go off of?
I'll sing a little inspirational lullaby here just before I
Okay.
roll this die.
And then just add your, add
Roll
that
all
to
these
your
dice. That's a lot of dice.
Yeah. Well,
And
it's-
I need to add a D. How do I add a die
You
to
just
this?
click on
Click
it.
on another
You
picture.
just
of
click
the
on the
die.
dice. Yeah.
Die. D20 plus D4, correct?
Mhm,
6.
+8.
yeah, +8, and
Plus
then
a D6.
It's not a D6. I mean,
no,
that's not-
D6 because of if he's adding his bardic inspiration.
All right,
Oh.
fine. Go ahead.
Yeah, so
D20,
20,
D6,
6, 4.
D4 +8. Go.
Oh my
Wow.
god.
Close sign. Don't
Okay,
forget
we're
the
doing
close
a-
sign.
A D20.
Mm-hmm.
Plus a D6 plus a D4 +8.
Okay, I'm trying to figure out how to add it. Or can
Just
I do
click
these
the
separately?
dice each as you
Yep.
see them, and then go over and hit the 5, the +5, and then the
D6.
+1 3 times,
Or +3, either way.
or if that's available. Yeah.
D8. Can you see what I'm doing here?
Nope.
No,
Nope.
you have to roll.
Not until you roll. Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
You'll
20.
either do it right or
20.
we'll yell at you.
Yes.
20 plus 6 plus 8. Am I correct?
20 plus 6 plus 4 plus
Plus
8.
4. Okay, plus 8.
Well, not I'm sorry, D4. So that's D20,
A D6
D6, D4 plus 8. Yes,
Plus
that's
the number 8, not a die. Okay, gotcha.
Yes.
D20. D4, D6. Frickin' roll button. Here we go.
And thank you for tolerating our expectations. Nice.
and then
It's a good
add
job you getting the
8
plus
to
8.
that, so a 19. Okay.
19.
wow.
Oh
that's,
my
That
God.
is enough. Alrighty. So
Yeah, but my God, that's a bad roll.
it is a really bad roll. Yeah, it's a
It would have
horribly
been-
bad roll.
But it could have been much worse.
But it's enough. And of course, you guys are helping and doing what he says. And during the night, as you guys are chatting, you're able to camouflage all your gear and her. Well, now, honey, you're making some kind of like little cabin or something. You're saying?
A cabin. Can I make
I
it?
can't remember.
Well, I don't know. What is it you're talking about? You kept saying pen.
Oh. I think it's a device. Maybe it's called like a mask or something. But it's basically whoever can use it can cast disguise on themselves for.
Oh, okay. It's not what I thought at all. That's fine. But anyway, all right. So everyone gets their gear all disguised up really well in camouflage, appropriate to this this biome. All right. So that's done. That's done. So let's go ahead and make a decision on course of action and ask questions of me or Red Feather. Go ahead.
Okay. Well, I'm sure Red Feather, since he's our guide, he's probably been through here before. So, I mean, what would be the once again the best route to take? Are there any places that the elf presence is lighter that we could sneak through easier?
He says,
and just what would
you need tell me what you do and you need how Hokate.
Yeah, well, we'll take the advice. I think if everyone agrees with it, where we'll take the advice of travel by day, but we don't know the path to get there.
No, you're not
through
listening.
The swamp.
He said he doesn't know what you're doing.
Oh, well.
Therefore, he doesn't know what you want. Therefore,
So now
you tell him how Hokage.
Yeah.
Okay.
So now you can disclose the mission parameters.
Yes, we'll basically show him where, because I mentioned before, I had shown him on the map, this is where we want to go. So I'm showing him where we're going, and we want to be stealthy.
He doesn't understand what it is you're doing. Therefore, he cannot answer your question.
We're trying to sneak into elf territory without being noticed. Okay, I'll give him. I'll tell him why we're going. I'll basically say we are. We're sneaking in to gather information. That's what we're doing.
Spy upon them.
Regarding
about the dark magic.
Yes, about the dark magic that taints them.
Then you want shaman.
Shaman?
Shaman.
Yeah.
Shaman hag.
Yes,
definitely.
Yes.
Oh, I hate those 3 letters in that order. H-A-G.
Shaman hag? Oh, from your
She's black.
village.
Her name Derek.
No. Yes, we're familiar with Derek. She's attacked all people.
So then you've seen her here?
She is leader.
Of your people or theirs?
No, of the
We deal no with
elves.
demon.
I did not think so. You're far too noble.
True. How Hokage.
I wasn't aware she led them.
That changes some things because now we have leader, a shaman capable of scrying.
Well, this may be all the information we need for the moment.
He does reiterate that the Elikfir, she's the leader of the Elikfir.
Yeah.
I see.
But
then we know where the magic is coming from. Have you noticed any other dark creatures from with that terrible hag that's been causing trouble recently?
Or like black thorns?
Or black thorns or strange bushes?
He asks, he interacts with you and he says, you mean Wiggly Death?
Yeah.
That could be a good thing or a bad thing.
Yes, Wiggly Death.
Wiggly Death.
That's probably the best name I've heard for it.
Always problem.
Oh my goodness. Where do you see it most around here?
Where you see Green Elf.
Oh. My
So
goodness.
she's only the head of that tribe. I take it. What are the? Do they come into conflict with the other elves? Do you know?
He said they all same.
Oh, goodness. Well,
She is the immortal. She has been here forever.
has she? Although I can
Stories
verify they're
say,
not immortal.
stories say that hundreds of moons, if not thousands, she has been here.
That long in this land.
So
Oh,
what moved her
interesting.
into town if she's been here that long?
I wonder, do you know anything about her movements?
Not really. We try to stay away from her. She is instant death. Although they do say that she comes from the grave men to the east.
The Gravemen?
Yes.
Undead.
I think I think he's referring to Cade's ruins, or maybe even further. But
I see.
Pull out. We pull out our map.
I can ask him what he means by the grave.
The Gravemen?
He points way east and then off of the map to the east.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do we
Grave
know
men.
about that area?
They are strange people.
Oh, strange.
I dare say.
No, they are extra strange. They live their life in luxury. They do no work or nothing. But when they die, they become zombie slave.
What?
Oh
Very-
no. Well, oh man, if this was the Forgotten Realms, I would know exactly what you were talking about. But this isn't that. So.
But it's not.
Yep.
Let's ask him how many days to where the black hag's at.
He points in front of you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was gonna say. Yes.
Okay.
I think this is might be enough.
This could
Yeah, I
be
mean,
enough
so
information. If we know who's here, then we already know what we require to stop her.
Yeah, we did have to give back that that item, correct, Chester?
Yeah, unfortunately. Yeah.
We should go back and see if we can have it returned. It'll be worth it to preserve the kingdom here from the
Amy,
monsters and all
you
the
are
trouble.
bewitching Dave.
Oh goodness!
Okay.
Honey, get
well,
your sister in line. She's bewitching men again.
no.
Why am I doing that?
It's
I'm not
hard.
trying
They're simple
to.
creatures.
Yeah. Okay. So, I mean, our mission is still. I don't know if this changes it. I mean, we're still going into spy, but I don't.
yeah.
What more information can we get?
Well, we can get the layout of the land. We can get like
Yep.
any defenses. There's a lot we can learn just by having someone go in and
True,
check the
but
place out.
we also kind of need to see what they're doing. Are they
True.
building an army of undead or an army of
That's true.
vampires there too? For a major attack? Because I mean, if she was around this long, and over in the elf tribes, then I'm assuming that whatever she was doing back in town, she was also doing out here. So
yeah, it makes
Yeah,
sense.
we need to go in and see what she's doing.
and that makes sense if they're all nocturnal
It
Yep.
does, yeah.
as well too. But yeah, so we're going in for recon. That's
Can-
the point.
Recon's the important part, and the stealthy people, because we can't all just go in as a big group.
Yeah, stealthy
no.
people up front, not stealthy people
We're
stay back.
splitting the party.
I'm not
No,
saying
we're not.
split.
Do you-
I'm
We're
saying
not splitting. We're scouting ahead, and
Scouting
then
ahead.
we can regroup.
I understand.
We've got-
happy
Totally
Yeah.
different. I think that's called splitting the
Happy
party.
DM.
Yeah, no. Wait, okay, look here. All right, we got people scouting, and we got us kind of hanging back a little bit, so that way, if there's a problem, we can run in and go boo.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, would it be smarter to have all of us in leather gear? Is
You
that
don't have to
too
be in leather, but yeah, not in.
I don't have other armor.
We've
I
got.
know.
Heavy armor.
We have
It's like
money.
literally my whole class.
Not exactly any
alright,
place
so,
where we can buy leather.
Yeah.
Before
Okay.
we get to the morning and you guys move and do what you're going to do, are there any other questions for Red Feather or me?
I don't think so.
Their tribe has a shaman himself. Would he know much about the magic or anything that's around the area?
Do you have any charms to ward off her magic?
He basically, in so many words, says his shaman not much.
Okay.
She's
Lady,
big magic.
she big magic. She is big magic. Brina, can you charm animals and speak with the animals?
Brina.
What is
Well, I
that?
was told that speaking with animals is not such a great spell to have or to memorize.
I'm saying, well, no,
What?
they're better spells at times, depending on the situation.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so maybe your pass without trace and speak with animals might be good things to memorize tonight.
Or tomorrow
I
morning.
got pass without trace.
Because it's night, we're gonna sleep, and you can have those tomorrow, right?
You want to speak with animals or animal friendship? Then you have the trouble understanding what he's saying.
No,
Well, you can do
you don't
both.
need that. You need to be able to communicate. But then again, we already have someone doing that. He does also, although shaman not much. Shaman is great oracle and has many knowledge.
Really?
Orator, sorry, not oracle. Orator.
It's not much to look at, but he's kind of bright.
That's Luminator.
He's got a voice for fantasy radio.
Note to Chester.
Yes. Chester is going to notes.
So do we want to get? Is there more info that we would ask the shaman?
Yes, you have full information on that, Larry.
Or is that has that ship already sailed and I'm being pedantic again?
No.
Yeah, I think
you
we're
can
over.
turn around and go back if you want.
I think we're over analyzing it again.
You're
we
not
That's
on
fine.
a timetable.
So
I mean,
Yeah.
and I told you I'm not interfering. It's not linear. There's many ways to go about this, and I also told you I'm bottle dicing it. So
Yeah, it's just like Yahtzee. He's turning the cup upside down. What's
Yep.
there is there.
well, meaning
So
I
I'd
can't
say
touch
we
it,
go
right?
into the forest. I vote for going into the forest.
We know
As
there's
quietly
a
as
way.
possible.
Before we charge ahead, I have a couple of questions.
Yes.
Is it, since it's common knowledge that Taro has made a deal with the devil, is there any concern about who this demon is and whether or not
It's not a
gonna
demon. It's a devil.
Okay. So, in the sense that demons and devils can have some kind of relationship,
They
that way.
Yeah, they hate each other. They want each other dead.
Okay.
In D&D, these things are very specifically fleshed out. Demons are. I'm not going to get into the long history of it, but basically they are just creations coming out of the bubbling chaos that is the abyss. The abyss, right? That's all they are. They're just kill, destroy, eat, whatever they can do. That's vile. The
chaotic
devils,
evil to the extreme.
yeah, they're just ridiculous.
Intelligent.
There's no purpose to them other than chaos. The devils are the type that by any means possible, they have a quest that they've been given by the elder gods, and that quest is to deal with the demons, which is their main focus. And they will pull humans in, murder humans, do all kind of horrible things to sapient creatures if it serves their goal. They are evil, but they're lawfully so. They're just not the same. Their whole goal is the destruction of the abyss.
So there's a possibility here. Then I don't know, right? Because I only have limited knowledge, but there's a possibility here that there's a bigger picture going on than just a demon cursing these elves, right? If the demon's cursing the elves, who's working with the demon?
Good question.
And we
You
don't.
just don't
And
have
why
the
do they need
information, although it
vampires?
sounds like there's a shaman that might.
Okay, well, we can always ask the shaman. I'm fine with that.
We should. Yeah, I think gathering as much information
I
as
think
we
you should do is split the party. And
No.
all of
No.
the noisy people go back and talk to the shaman, and the stealthy type go in.
I'm going
I
to.
mean,
Well,
I'm
I know one
against
thing.
it.
I'm going to take off my armor so that I'm much sneakier, and go ahead.
Is that how it
Okay.
works? I never had that trouble when I played a thief.
Well, he's not a
am
thief; he's a priest.
Yeah.
He just doesn't know it.
Oh, I see.
Yes.
He's
Well, I mean,
unaware
I
that he's
guess
a priest.
I have
I
my
could.
old I have my old leather in the bag of holding. You can grab that. I'm wearing my new leather. It's my
Oh,
stuff,
sure, I'll wear that.
Are y'all the same size?
pretty
We
much.
can be. We have magic.
They are adjustable, lady.
Yep.
Oh, magic.
It has
My
straps.
armor is not magical. Oh,
You
yeah, all
know,
the laces on the side where they can hit
Yeah,
you
the
real
only
good
time
on
you
the
run in
side.
trouble with that is like with full plate and stuff like that.
And they don't have
that
the
is a
plate
good
structure,
idea.
right?
That is a good idea, Bill. Yeah. I mean, I
Nobody
could,
got that
although he didn't.
reference.
He didn't offer me much help the last time I tried talking with him, but I can try talking with my devil again. Just wouldn't do it in front of the lizard folk, but
We're the cleric.
Yeah, you should split off from the party and go do that.
right.
Yeah, why don't you go do that then?
I'm
Why
just
don't you
gonna
go
be
over
this.
there by that deep
I'm
old
just-
pond over there and go sit in the water?
yeah, I'm gonna go sit in a bush off to the side. Don't mind me, guys.
And shake your
Okay,
legs a bunch.
so let's
Yeah.
do that. All right.
Yep.
So you go and you try to commune with your devil, which is of course something a warlock can do, right?
Yeah.
And let me go ahead and bring this up full screen so everybody can see it. And of course, you go ahead and do your incantation, please. I want to hear it.
Shama Mamalaka Namagu. There we go.
Bibbidi
I smell
bobbidi boo.
Ghostbusters.
Very good.
Bippity boppity boo.
Namalaka is a essential part of many spells I've heard in the past.
Yes,
Like
it
a high,
is.
like a high
Of
note.
course, the world goes black around you, and then you have the walls of skulls that are more like a sphere that encompass you, and then, of course, in amongst that, the face of your master.
Oh my gosh. I know what I should have said. I said ooh ee ooh ah ah ching chang walla walla bing bang.
You should have done
Darn
that.
it.
Yeah, yeah.
Next time. Okay.
Bang, I love you. Yeah. But that's such a good movie. I haven't seen that forever. Yeah, anyway, yes, Minion.
Comment on that movie later if you remind me related to it.
Oh, really?
So okay, so so now that we I was hoping you could maybe shine some insight on this creature, the same one that attacked the village. Now that it's gone from the village, he's still a little peeved at the devil, by the way, for a lot of things. But
But I can hurt
yeah.
you. You can't hurt me.
I know I can't do anything. So it's just impotent rage.
Sure.
Yeah. So is there anything you can tell us now about this hag, the one who survived?
Darred,
Yes.
she is an ashen.
An ashen. What is that?
They are a weird and strange group. They make up of many races. They are not of one specific thing. Therefore, this fiend being involved with them is not strange. But the Ashen live a very, very odd life. For they live their lives in complete pleasure. They do not work a single day of their life. They just do as they will. Whatever indulgence they wish, they take. But when they die, they are in service to the rest of the nation as undead, befitting their level and, of course, what they might be. Some might be just a mere zombie or skeleton, a laborer. Others might be something more like a specter or white, or possibly even a vampire.
So there's a whole country of these things to the east.
Oh, there are many locations around the multiverse.
Most of the multiverse doesn't really concern me. What concerns me is much closer to home.
Oh, yes. The Ashen dwelling to the east is approximately 12,000 years old.
Is it... How far are they? Beyond the mountains?
Oh, beyond your concern.
Well, clearly not all of them. But
Oh,
do you have any idea what this one is doing currently? I know we've run across these vampire spawns, but I mean,
Brewing chaos, I am sure. Foul fiend.
is there any other more specific insight you have about this particular creature?
No, that would be giving you too much, minion. Figure it out on your own.
Well, you want me to help you, and taking care of this thing is helping you, isn't it?
The night comes back as it normally would.
All right. Well, cool. So that means he's gone. All right. I guess that's that. I'm gonna go back to the party.
All right. Well, everyone is basically getting camouflaged up.
Yeah, I let the party kind of know what information I've found out. You know, I'm not gonna specifically mention my patron, but you know.
Red Feather says, yes, Graveman, you talk to Shaman.
Yeah, in a way. Yes. Yeah, right.
Saves us a trip with the sounds of it as well.
You do stink of magic. I understand.
Does shamans stink of magic too?
Yes. Not so bad like you. You most of you stink.
Oh dear. I am sorry for that.
I'm not.
I just
I
got
don't.
through bathing, so
Oh, you definitely stink, but you're the least stinky, though.
because I'm the smallest.
No, because you're a nature druid.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Okay. Well, because I know, like,
Tater definitely smells the worst, without question.
oh yeah. Well, I literally have an invisible closet sitting on my shoulder at all times. So yeah.
Shall we start going
Do
toward?
Yeah, we
we
should-
know about this nation of cursed magic people? Is this something that's...
They're beyond our concern.
I don't think any of
Yeah, I don't think we need to.
I don't think like our kingdom is aware of them normally, right, Chester? Because I mean, I would have run across that.
Not
Hey, but-
necessarily. You're not invited to meetings.
Well, the important ones, yeah, I'm not. But you know, I definitely probably heard of plenty of random things.
You
You
just
know.
got a signet ring.
Well, that's true. I'm not saying I'm privy to the most privileged information.
You're
I'm just
not.
saying that I would be more knowledgeable than the average person
Right.
about.
You've never heard any
things.
such
You
thing.
shut him down,
Okay.
Chester. Way to go.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Get him.
Okay, let's. Yeah.
Well, I mean, if Red Feather knows about him, it's not. There is
Yeah.
some passing knowledge. I mean, but he's
Would
obviously.
my
wise.
father know anything about it?
You'd have to have a conversation with him, dude.
Sure,
means
I'll
we
go
have to go
have a
back.
conversation with dear old dad.
We've already learned a great deal. Perhaps we should.
Right now, what we're concerned about is like layouts, like the terrain, where our weapons, anything like that. Kind of like a.
I still am not sure I see the sense in coming in possible contact with that terrible witch if we're not going to have the means to stop her.
We did have a decent something resembling an army at the last
Well.
time, and even then it was pretty close.
Well, we can't kill her if she goes into the ethereal plane. I mean, if we have to come into a conflict, right?
Right.
We
And
can't
you know
kill her.
she has a gem. The other ones didn't.
Yes.
She has a gem. But then again,
So she can escape us.
also has legendary levels.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
she can escape us, but usually their biggest strength is if they can get away from us, then usually that's the end of the fight. Normally.
Well, our whole
But-
intent is not to go into
Yeah.
contact with anyone.
I'm just saying,
No,
if
we
we
just
got
need
into
to-
conflict, which isn't our goal, but if we ended up in conflict, for whatever reason, hitting her hard enough would probably get her to flee the fight.
Yeah, it definitely
Like
would. Yeah.
before.
That's what happened. Yeah, last time. Yeah.
So,
I'm just
so
not-
I don't think we could kill her if we had to fight her, but I think we might be able to get out of there with her specifically. Now, I don't know about all of her. If she's surrounded by an army, then yeah, that's going to be different. So, but that's
Let's
not.
we
go
won't put
scope
ourselves
out
in
the
that
land
position.
and get
We-
back to town.
Honey,
Let's go.
Red Feather is sitting very, very close to you, kind of uncomfortable. You're a half elf and all, and not really, but you're a half elf. And he's trying to peek in your bags.
Oh, that's fiend.
Hello?
He's looking for beer.
Did you want to say it?
I'm out of beer. Sorry.
He has
Are you-
well, as much as they can have expression, he has an expression on his face of sadness.
No,
What's that?
All
Are you
right.
making one?
I don't know. I don't know how many items I have on me right now. I don't know. It's like I have
Well,
to
when we
eat-
get back, we can get more.
Yeah,
we can get
well,
more
I
beer.
guess we can
I
go
was
buy,
just trying to break these guys' pedanticness out without doing it.
I know.
I
immediately.
know,
I
they're
said
not.
it
Just,
wouldn't
just
be
get
beer,
up and move,
I'm not
guys.
Okay. Got the
What?
hint.
Going.
Got the hint. Go, Red Feather, go. Lead
So what
the
are you
way.
guys doing? What's the choice?
Yep.
What?
We're traveling
Okay.
by day, and we're going to. We're going forward. We're pushing on.
Okay.
What is it
clank,
we're
clank,
trying to
clank,
find?
clank, clank. It's very good.
Nobody
No,
clanks.
not like that. The stealthy people are going in to scout.
Yeah,
So
stealth,
the rest of
stealthy
the people are
up
staying
ahead.
at camp. Okay.
Or at least
So-
out of ear range.
Well, you're on the edge of their territory, so it's the same
Yeah,
place.
I mean, they should be able to stealth in. I mean, that's their job, right? They should be able to stealth in.
Right.
And
So who
they don't have
are
to
the
actually
stealthy
go in.
ones that are going with Red Feather's definitely stealthy. Who's going with Red Feather to
I am.
reconnoiter?
I step forward with my lute in hand.
Oh, that's
Excellent.
very stealthy. All right,
No
so we got Red
music
Feather, we got
person.
Larry, we got Badger for sure. Who else is going?
Me.
Yeah, I'll go too. I've got my. I mean, I'm pretty stealthy, so
Okay.
I've got.
So I got 5 of you going. All right. So the rest of you stay at camp and hold down the fire, I guess.
Splitting the party.
And any kind of tent you guys have set up. So you 5 go in, and you Red Feather's very clear. He says he will go to high sun, and then you will go back.
Okay, where's High Sun on the map?
That's the.
Oh no, that's like midday, right? I know.
Larry,
I brain
I
farted.
wish
I
you
know.
could
I brain
sing a
farted.
dirge for the dumbass warlock.
I
please.
know. When I said it, I realized what I said.
Rum.
Yes.
And ruin our stealth.
Right. Exactly. Nope. High Sun.
That's a
Got
joke.
you.
I don't do that.
All right, so this is
Then
what I'm going to do.
stupid.
You guys are following Red Feather, and I'm going to do a series of 3 stealth rolls for you, as he's going to take you to the edge of their kind of camping type, their main center that they tend to hang around. He's going to head that in. So you guys are pretty close to them. And it is daytime. So go ahead and as we're going along, give me your first roll. The 5 of you.
And then what are we adding because of our camouflage?
Everybody has it, so there before you get the +2.
+2.
Excellent.
All right. So
You're welcome.
Yeah, thank you, Larry.
Let's not be so rough on the bards from now on. Thank you.
Oh no, that's never gonna happen, buddy.
Let's see.
Oh yeah,
+2.
hard on the bard. That's the name of the game.
And pass
Hard
without
on
trace.
the bard.
Oh
Oh,
yeah,
no.
pass without trace. Cool.
No, the shoes. They don't give me a.
They give you an advantage, so you're
They
doing
do.
your.
You get advantage on this roll, so roll
Yeah.
220 instead of
Right.
1. The pass without
Okay.
trace doesn't do anything other than you just don't leave a trail.
No, it
All
gives
right.
you a +10 to your stealth checks.
Oh, does it? Oh shit.
Yes.
All right. Well, then you are going to be the stealthiest one, lady. Go ahead.
Maybe. What? There used to be an advantage button, didn't there?
There is.
There is.
It's
Maybe it depends on what model dice you're using.
I have
wait
an
for-
8 and a 15. 15
12.
plus 12 is going to be 5, 6, 7, 27.
Yep.
26.
You want to clear your dice, lady?
Yeah, I got it.
All right. So,
All right. So, lady is very stealthy.
oof. Well,
Jimmy,
Oh, no.
doesn't
you've got
matter.
So many bonuses doesn't matter, but you do suck. Just so you know, you
I
suck.
do.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad I had all the bonuses.
Larry, go ahead, give me your roll.
once. Oh, dear.
How'd you get +17?
I don't know how that's
Because
possible.
+10, I have
I've
a
got it.
+5 naturally, and a +2 because of the camouflage.
I've
What's
got a
the plus 10?
+7 on my
The
stealth.
+10 is from her pass without
two.
trace.
I'm
That's
sorry,
only on-
that is only stealth.
So I'm
Yeah.
just
Only on
rolling the
her.
d20. Am I
It's only
correct?
on
here?
me.
No, it's
Yes,
a
Larry.
radius around you. It's centered on you.
No, it's not. It only works on her.
Because it says range, self.
Yes, it's just the person she cast it on. So if she casts that spell, I don't know how many casts she can do. She could cast that spell on several people, but I don't know how many times she can
Masking
cast.
you and your companions from detection for duration. Each creature you choose within
Oh.
30 feet of you, including
go.
you, has a plus 10 bonus to dexterity
So it is
stealth
centered
check.
on you. All right, fine. There you go.
Okay.
Everyone gets plus 10. So whoever P is like wildly stealthy.
Nice roll, Larry.
Stealthy bar.
Bill Pickle is fine. And
You got
last but not
21.
least, we have a Puffin, the
Hooray.
non-cleric cleric.
Yay. 22.
All right, cool. All right, so you guys are moving along in the early morning, and you guys are moving very stealthily. You all have all your disguise on, you get your magic up, and everything like that. And as you're moving along, Red Feather kind of move. He doesn't speak, but he moves his hand down and he gets you guys to stop, and he points up ahead. And it takes you a minute. Well, not Lady. Lady sees it instantly, but the rest of you, it takes you a minute, but you see it. And there's an Ankheg sitting in ambush about 30 meters away from you. He leads you away from that battle, which would have been fun. I would have killed one of you. Damn it. Anyway,
Probably me.
so we move more throughout the morning, and you notice he slowed his pace a bit, and you've gotten into way thicker brambled forest here. And he once again is kind of patting everybody down, and give me another roll.
Someone clear. I don't know whose dice those 10-siders are.
I got rid of it.
I don't know. I don't see anything.
It's Puffin.
I
It's
don't see
Puffin.
anything.
His stuff always sticks and doesn't go away. I don't know why.
I didn't roll anything.
You rolled from before and it's still there. It just won't go away. Oh, well, that
Oh,
was
natural
bonus points, Badger.
20.
41.
Badger disappears into the universe.
All right, I'll wait for you to clear Badger, and then I'll roll my dice.
It's 200 XP, by the way, there, bud.
Man.
Oh, and a fail.
Oh, great.
Critical
Of course, a 2 and then a
fail.
1.
See, now, if you
Well-
were a halfling who thinks they were a half elf, you would be able to re-roll that.
Mm-hmm. I
Yeah.
Well,
would.
it's supposed to be at advantage, right?
No,
No,
I don't get advantage.
no, he
Lady
doesn't have the
does.
boots. She has
Oh,
the
late.
boots.
Yes.
Okay, lady, you're 100% fine, and we just need Puffin. But GOP screwed up though.
I did. A natural 1. That's doesn't matter how many bonuses you have.
I know.
Okay,
I
when
don't know.
I'm not a
you're
screw-up.
fine, you're fine. So when Red Feather goes down and tells you all to get down, everyone does perfectly silently, and Badger disappears from the universe. But GOP kind of walks by and looks at it like, "What are you doing, guys?"
That's about
Yes.
Okay, and Wiggly Death gets him.
Ooh.
Give
Let's
him a
go.
stealth punch. He
What
gets
is
slapped.
Wiggly
You don't know where
Death?
it came from.
It's the black
The
thorns.
tentacles.
Oh.
Oh, and I do get him.
That does hit.
It does hit. He is wrapped up in the Wiggly Death, and of
Bye,
course
Tater.
he's taking damage. What was I doing for that damage? Like a D6 or something like that?
We
I
never
think
got
it's
close, so
yes.
I don't know.
It was a D6
Yeah,
if
I
I
think it was
recall
just I
correctly.
kept it simple.
All
You
right.
take 5 points of damage.
Ooh, all right.
And he's wrapped up in the Wiggly Death, and Red Feather looks at you, GOP, like, you moron.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Right.
Can I step in real quick and start having a little conversation with these thistles that are wrapping around him?
You can, and everyone
Okay.
else is going to. They get you out of it pretty quickly. I mean, honestly, it's just like in this current setting, it's just like a natural, attacking type of vine. They
Yeah.
get you out of it pretty quickly. But you two take a little bit of damage. Go ahead and do your thing.
Who? Me?
Yeah, you.
Okay. Well, I've just asked that thing to let him go.
Oh, you
That's
just
the
asked
bottom
him to let him
line.
go. Okay.
Yeah.
Give me a will save, please.
And that
Wisdom.
would be a what?
That would be under your wisdom, I do believe.
Saving throw. Is what
Saving
he's
throw.
asking.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm
So the
sorry. I keep
saving.
forgetting it's not third edition, Bill.
Yeah, no, you're fine. So wisdom saving throw. You want to whatever integer you have next to wisdom, you would add to your 20-sided die.
Okay. I don't have my saving throw on that page, but I know I have it. Give me a moment.
Well, what's your
No,
wisdom?
you're
My wisdom is 16.
So
And
it's
there's a
plus 3, D20 plus 3.
Okay. Okay.
And
I
does
don't believe a bard.
have? Let me see if Bard.
Bards don't
might
have wisdom. Come on, it's not going to be a.
I'm just checking, making sure. I don't think they do either, but
Okay. So you
13.
get a splitting headache. It doesn't listen to you.
Yeah,
Matter of fact,
yeah.
it's laughing maniacally in your head. That's why you have a headache. And this headache is going to give you a reduction of a D4 to your wisdom for a D4 hours. So let me go ahead and get that done. So your wisdom is reduced by 1, so it's a 15, and this will last for 2 hours.
2 hours.
Could have been worse.
It could have been. Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't have time to warn you that these are the hag's plants. So we need to.
I'd imagine he's so stealthy. It's just like this voice is talking to them.
Yep. He knows.
What was that?
Yeah.
What was that?
Well, that's
Okay.
the universe just spoke to you, and God is real. Okay. So,
All right.
you guys get all kind of gathered around here by Red Feather, and he says, "No stupid. You follow Red Feather." How?
There you
I'll
go.
remember that for next
That's right,
time.
GOP. No stupid.
Right? Yeah.
Now, he's even slowed his pace more over the next couple of hours. And by the time you actually get to the kind of, I don't know if you call it a village, but the area they mainly hang out in, your migraine is gone. But he once again puts his hands down, and you can't see anything. Well, excuse me, the elf does. The rest of you don't know what the hell he's looking at. The elf recognizes it instantly. But everybody, give me your last stealth roll, please.
Okay. Better not do this to me again. I swear to God. Oh wow, a 2. Well, you know what?
It's
Almost
success.
a 1.
It's success.
Could have been worse.
The universe doesn't love you like it does Badger.
No, it hates me today. Apparently, that's 2 2s and a 1.
Why are
great.
you even here?
Why? That's good.
Because I have good stats. Otherwise, it's just horrible rolls.
Blame the rolls.
Right?
Noob.
Oh.
Like an artist. Gotta blame the tools.
Mm-hmm.
Me? Now? Yes? Roll?
Yes,
Yep.
you roll
Yeah,
good.
no, please,
Good
everyone
roll.
roll. I'm
Me
waiting
roll
on
now,
Badger,
good.
and I'm waiting on
Okay.
you. Oh wow! But you got a lot of pluses to that, so you did succeed.
Yeah.
Badger.
I mean, I have to roll a 1 to lose, but so.
A 3.
Yeah, okay, you're fine. All right,
Oh,
so
22.
now, of course, Red Feather recognizes it, and Puffin, you do because you're an elf. Now, what Puffin, what you see is you've probably, if you haven't interacted with them, you've certainly were taught as a child how the wild elves live, right?
Mhm.
Even the wood elves are very similar, although they do build more permanent structures. And you can see that this is clearly a wild elf encampment. It's just they camouflage everything they do all the time. But you're an elf, so you recognize it. The rest of you, Red Feather and probably Puffin, are kind of pointing out things very quiet. There's no sound, right? And quickly you are able to recognize it. Oh, I see what that is. Oh, okay, I get that. But then Red Feather puts his hand to his throat in a cutting motion and points up directly above you. And
No, I
you all
look
look
up.
up,
Yeah.
and you see in the tree something looking down on you.
Oh.
Now, because you move so well, she's not looking at you directly, actually, but there is a sentinel that is awake. And like I said, she's not looking directly at you yet because your stealth rolls were great. So, how do you want to deal with her? Because she is awake and she is scanning the forest around you.
Well, we could either sneak away or I could try and assassinate her.
It's up to you. She is up in a tree. Now you do see, now that you guys are Puffin and Red Feather, no, but the rest of you are acclimating. You're actually seeing the trees here. There are elves strewn about all the branches. They're kind of like monkeys would sleep in a tree.
So I'm
Set
guessing
the
if we
whole
attack
forest on
her,
fire.
We'll get
Burn
more
the
people
trees
and die. So let's slip out.
There's a lot of them here. I mean,
yeah, be a bad idea.
Okay, let's get out of here then.
Well, are we pushing forward? I thought.
Well,
I
you're
mean,
here.
because
You're where
yeah.
you wanted to come.
yeah,
We got
So
the layout. Now we leave.
Is
Well,
that
I
on
don't
the-
know that you have anything, but you can
yeah, we
do
don't
so.
have anything
You
yet.
say you didn't have anything.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if we're already came this far, so what do we see? You said, what do we see in front of me? In front of us, the actual
Well,
structures.
Is she wearing
there
connectors?
are various little encampment things that are well hidden in the foliage. One of the trees you see, now that you acclimated to what you're looking at, that has a lot of like vines and stuff covering, is probably what they would consider a hut in the tree. There are several very small ones, and you see feet and hands dangling out from them. But there is a larger one, and that is in the center of this encampment. You're on the edge. She's right. She is right above you. She just can't see you because you stealthed in so well.
Yeah. Can we wait till her gaze has kind of moved past
Well,
us
it already
and then?
has. It's moving along.
Okay.
She's scanning the whole area. She's not looking.
All
I
right.
know the picture looks like that, but
Yeah,
she doesn't see you because
Okay.
you succeeded. And it's daytime too, and they clearly don't appreciate it. But they're not so stupid not to have a sentinel, right?
Yeah. All right. So we should probably we'll push past a little bit further, and then we'll probably send like the. I mean, I could send
You
in
are
my.
at the destination.
Yes.
GOP.
I know, and we're looking at. We got the huts in front of us. We need to see what's going on inside. I thought, so.
You could.
Yeah. So, I could send
That
my
involves
closet
tree
in.
climbing.
That's true. Well, I mean, I could send my closet in, and we
However,
could kind
seeing
of.
as we are spending our time focusing, all 5 of you, please give me a spot roll. How do they do in that now? Search, probably.
Are we looking for something specific, or
You
are we doing a general
looking to see if
perception?
you notice something. But you are scanning the area. You're looking around. You're here. You're
So
doing what
more
you're asked
general
to do.
perception, then it's a perception roll.
Perception, yeah, but it's not a passive one. It's an active roll.
No, it's an active one.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
I'll roll one for me and one for my closet since
Let's
he's
come
looking
over
too.
here and watch. So let's see you guys fail.
Okay.
Well,
Wow,
my
GOP
spell.
doesn't suck this time.
I didn't roll yet, so just give me a
that
sec.
was
I will.
that was Lady. Lady doesn't suck
Mhm.
as usual.
All right, so I've got a +4. Okay, here we
So
go.
everybody, give me
Really
a
depends
perception
on the
roll,
guy,
please.
actually. Oops, did I say that out loud?
Ooh, Puffin. No go.
Why do I have like 20?
Oh, I'm seeing something, but I'm a little bit distracted.
I'll wait for them to clear that dice, and then I'll roll.
So I'm
16
trying to clear
something.
mine.
All right.
GOP sees
16,
something.
and I'll roll for my closet as well. It doesn't have any bonuses, but nope, it sees nothing.
He sees the wart on his foot and is obsessed.
Poor
No.
little thing.
He tries
No,
to chew it
no,
off.
All right, who else hasn't rolled?
Red Feather. Oh, that's everyone, I think.
Uh,
But Larry, have you rolled?
Yes, I rolled a 13.
Okay. I missed
Okay.
that.
All right. So two of you do notice this now. Um, it isn't much information, but at the base of the tree where that larger foliage hut is, it's kind of something like what you would imagine a squatch would build in a tree, right? As far as or a gorilla or something like that.
Yeah.
But at the base of the tree, you do notice that there are a bunch of large leaves and stuff that are covering a pit, maybe. They're
Or a
covering a
prison.
hole in the ground. You don't know what it is.
How large of an area is it covering?
10 by 10.
And how
Sounds like a
close
pit.
is that you said?
Sounds like a pit to me.
It's at the base
Picture
of
at
the
it.
main tree. The
Yeah.
main tree is a little bit bigger as well. Because
So it looks like
basically
a pit
these are
trap.
like primitive tree forts, tree houses is what I'm trying to describe.
Well, why would they have a basic pit trap in front of their?
It's
For
not.
any
It
idiots that
doesn't
try
look
to
like
come
it's
in
a
there.
trap. It doesn't
Oh,
look like it's a
okay.
trap. It
Is
looks like
there
it's
any like?
storing something, possibly.
Is there any kind of anything by it that would help indicate like any kind of food or bones or ropes or pack? They don't do crates, do they? So boards. I don't know.
Well, we should have our stealthiest and sleight of handiest member go check it out.
He shakes his head no.
Oh, I'll have the closet check it out. I don't care.
Well, actually,
Closet.
the closet would be a good choice because
Because it's invisible.
it's invisible. So the closet flies over. He's able to get because it's not the greatest door because that's what they're trying to do here. But they do camouflage everything with nature. It goes through the door pretty easy. And can you see through its eyes? It's a familiar, right? So you can, right?
Yes, I
Yeah,
can.
yeah.
I just while I'm seeing through it, I can't interact with the world, and I only have I think I have like 100 feet right now.
Whatever.
So.
He goes down in the hole, and you see there's a ladder here, and it goes straight down, and it's about 10 feet deep. He gets down, and there's a hallway, and as he goes, the hallway starts splitting off into many other little hallways. It's a closet, so he doesn't really know which direction he's supposed to go, so he just kind of picks one, and he's been down there for about 5 minutes, just kind of going around in circles. There's little alcoves with various supplies in them. Some of them are weapons, some of them are food based. But eventually, he does come to a larger area, and of course, because he's invisible, he's able to move around. And of course, over on the side, there is a large indentation in this room. It's very large, and there's a iron gate here. And as he gets closer, he backs up because you hear him you feel his empathically him screech a little bit. That's not obviously it's not normal iron; it's cold iron.
Yeah.
And the cold iron, but behind it, huddling in the dark, you can't tell how many, but there are many, many green elf vampires. Many.
Okay. Cool. And beyond that, for the tree, how many do we see kind of guarding or like out in the open that aren't turned?
Oh, everything up here wouldn't be turned. It's daylight.
No, I know. I'm saying that aren't. So we got the ones down there that are turned.
You probably should ask the elf or Red Feather.
Hello?
You wouldn't. You were
Oh,
not
okay.
keen enough to understand that.
Okay, well, fair enough. Then that'll be something we'll talk about later. So I don't think there's nowhere else my closet can check down there, right?
No, I mean, like I said, it's basically seems to be more a place for storage. It's not a living space.
Okay, cool. Well then I will magically recall my closet,
Okay.
so it'll just poof.
Yeah, I get what you did. Yeah.
Yeah. And am I still too close where I can talk to my party at all,
Oh
or
no. You
I know. I
better not
just figured I'd ask.
say- No, that thing is right above you, and you guys haven't done anything with it.
Yeah. Okay, I thought we moved forward a bit.
No.
Okay, well, I just give like my party members a nod, like I think we've got what we can get out of that. So, do you guys want to? I mean, there's nowhere else. Besides going up the tree, which I don't think makes any sense. I think we've got all the information that we can get right now. We should probably head back.
We let Red Feather lead the way.
Well, it depends. You
Yeah.
guys nod approval or
I agree.
no?
Hard
Yes.
agrees.
All
Not
right.
approval.
Okay.
All right. So we don't need to make as many stealths on the way back because you already know where the problems are. And they'll make sure that GOP doesn't get wiggle death
Another
again.
one.
Yeah. But to get away from this area without that sentinel seeing you, you need a successful stealth. So I would
Okay, one
suggest
more.
that no one fail here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, ooh,
Okay,
I thought
great.
you jinxed me.
Puffin's good. Puffin's good. All right.
All right. Here we go. I'll wait.
Lady
Yeah, you're
is
absolutely good.
universe disappearing again. All right, good.
All right. Clear them, please.
GOP
Well,
doesn't suck. Very good.
yep.
Well, it
There we
does
go.
suck, but
But not as bad. I didn't roll a
No,
1, so.
it's only that's a 5. Although it's
22
very close
total.
to the 1.
It is very close. I should clear it.
Plus 10.
Yeah, no. Larry's fine. And Badger. Oh, no problem.
Plus
Okay.
10.
So you guys are able to move away from this, and you travel the same distance, right? You can actually pick up your pace, and you guys get there a little bit before 4.
Okay.
Back to
Can
the
anyone carry me if they pick up the pace? Because I don't move as fast as they do.
Well,
I don't think we're moving that fast.
No, they're not moving that fast.
Okay.
But before 4, and of course, therefore, way before sunset, you guys come back into camp. Now you all share your various information that you gain, and of course, everyone has a good laugh at Wiggle Deaf and Tater. But you guys have gained some information. So here we sit in your camp. What are you going to do?
Well, I mean, I don't. We were hired to bring back information, and that's what we have right now. I think we should bring that back to Iron Pass and let them know what's going on. That basically, she's building an army of undead, and she's running this. She's running. It's like she's in charge of these elves, too. So. Amy, you there?
We've been
Okay.
abandoned by our paladin.
Yep.
Well, I see her microphone's active, but we don't hear her.
She's not.
Yep.
She's muted or something. She's not talking to us.
No, I think she's AFK.
Yeah.
Okay. So that was my take, because I mean, we got in, we found information, we didn't get spotted, which is kind of what we were hoping for. Unless
And there
there's
was a lot of people hanging from the trees.
Yeah, we've got
Yeah,
the layout.
we can't do anything else without an army.
Right.
Yeah, getting into a pure fight, I don't see any other value.
Not us.
In doing
No,
right now.
we'll just die.
Yeah. So we should probably go back, regroup, let the people at Iron Pass know about what we found.
And then make a plan to deal with it, yeah. That's what we need to do.
No problem. All right, so the next 2 days are spent going back to the Lily Tribe village, getting in your boat, going back across the lake, and getting yourselves into Iron Pass. So you arrive the morning 2 days later. You guys are able to go into Iron Pass, of course, and you travel over to the what is it? Oh, it's here. Sorry. You head over to the Lord's Keep and report to the Baron. Now, so who you guys? Uh oh.
Echo.
Echo, echo.
Oh.
All right. So,
Oh, welcome back, Amy.
oh, hey, Amy. You guys go, and of course the Baron is informed, and he comes in to meet with you in the main hall. And you're all here. You guys are weary from your travels, but you're on a mission. And he sits down and he says, "So, what have you learned?"
I'll say that I had a report written up for him, ready to go.
As he begins, I'm going to play a little song that goes in line with his report.
Here is our report, my lord, and I hand it to him.
The Vermilion Guard assassin appears out of the wall and it kills you. For being a bard.
No, he's playing green sleeves.
Yeah. Undoom Rabbit give him the report since he's the person that was investigating? But he
Well,
didn't go into the...
I
thing,
wasn't
did he?
there. I didn't see it. Eyewitness reports are better,
Yeah.
right?
Well, we
So-
told you what we saw.
Yeah, well, I'm assuming everyone had all their inputs put in, so this way he just has everything. We don't miss any details. This is
I'm
what we.
just helping you make that delivery of the news that much more special and memorable.
Mhm.
That's true.
Absolutely.
That's true.
We have
As he
Although
recites it.
It would be more appreciated, Larry, if there were candy canes involved.
Didn't have time to whip those up. Hey,
Anyway,
wait a minute! Don't we have a halfling? Isn't that kind of like an elf, like a little, like a Santa
don't
elf?
feed into her delusion, please.
Keebler.
Handing out
Okay.
cookies to everyone.
There's trouble
Brewing.
brewing.
All right, go ahead. Do your thing.
Yes, there's trouble brewing with the wild elves, as you can see in our report. As of course I hand it to him.
Okay, he takes a moment. He looks through it. Now, in this report, what do you just give me a synopsis of what you covered in the report?
We covered the fact that the hag is actually running
The
or we
Shari.
found out that the hag is running the tribes of the wild elves. We described the basically the all the vampires we found. I explained about the kingdom to the east, or the nation, or whatever it is. But I'd basically describe all the information we found. The information about the setup of their whole village, I guess, or whatever it was, their encampment. Yeah, any and all information that is useful that we uncovered along the way will be in that report.
Did you cover the Ashen?
Yes,
That's
that's
the
what I was saying. That
Ashen.
was
That's
the
why I said about the kingdom,
kingdom
yeah.
to the east is what I.
And
yeah,
she's one, right? The hag. That was you
Yes.
said.
she is one of them.
All right. As he's
You
reading
got
through
the-
this, and he gets to that point, and he looks up. Of course, your brother is here. Your stepbrother. He's just quietly sitting, and he looks at the brother and he says, "Clear the room." And they do. Of course, there's not a lot of people in here, but there are people milling about, doing their things. It is a court, and he clears the room, even of the guards, and then comes back.
Shouldn't we leave too?
No.
I think it's we're
No,
kind
okay.
of privy to this.
Oh, goodness gracious, gnomish druids. All right.
This is why you can't have nice things,
That's
Chester.
why you can't have nice things, Buffin. But all right, so
Anything.
all right. Anyway, he finishes his report and he says, "Do you know how she's making the vampires?"
We're still, because we didn't gather that information when we found them in the tunnels, right?
No,
We
you would
didn't-
have only been able to gain that information if you'd done something at night.
Yeah, we weren't able to gather that particular bit of information. It was safest for us to travel in the daytime, and they were well.
See. Do you know the green elves that they're turning? Are they of this tribe or other tribes? Are they battling amongst each other? Are they taking slaves? I mean, where are these victims coming from? We know that the percentage rate is not 100.
That's true. Well, from what we seem to have gathered from our information with the, specifically from our contact within the lizard folk, the all the different tribes seem to be interconnected in some way under this hag. And
And you say here
so,
she is an Ashen, or as the
yes.
folk call
Yeah.
them, the Grave Men. Hmm. Hmm. We've tried our best not to interact with them. They are far away, so they're not in our interest now. But in the future, we'll probably have to have dealings with them. But you will not mention this to anyone. He looks at
Uh,
everybody in the room and he's very stern about it.
mhm.
I kind of look down at my feet and shuffle my feet some.
Understood.
I strum my string and I go to anyone.
Now he says that the Ashen are. He kind of tells you what you kind of already heard, but they are bizarre. Although they have heard of adventurers that have come through town that have traded with them. So it's not like they're murderous or destructive per se. But they, from our point of view, it's very hard. They're obviously necromancers, and when a person in their community dies, they get turned into an undead that serves the community forever. That's how they do, right? That's their lifestyle.
Sounds
And
like
Very red wizards of them.
sounds like the Gulgari.
so, so he doesn't really kind of dwell on that more, but we're not. That's the crown doesn't want that talked about. So keep that down.
Okay.
He said it would be nice to have a little more information exactly how they're doing this, but nevertheless, is your first mission and you did well. Thank you very much. Your brother stands up and he drops a bag of gold from a larger bag in front of everybody. So everybody just got paid $1,000.
Woohoo, money!
All right.
Look out,
Ding.
Wonderland, here I come.
Uh-oh, that's true.
Wow.
You burn a hole in that pocket, buddy.
I'm gonna
Mhm.
gamble.
And you guys are dismissed. Well, actually, excuse me. He will
Well,
take questions if you have any. Yeah.
yes. So, I mean, clearly this is a grave threat. If she's making an army of undead, do we do we have the means maybe to strike back?
We will have to confer with the Thysian kingdom.
I see.
No. We would like to be there if there's anything that involves an assault on these creatures.
Well, I don't know how much that will be involved, but there needs to be negotiations and communications, and we will be getting on that. For right now, you just go back about your days. Anybody have any other questions for the Baron?
Other than just normal, hey, how's it going? No.
Okay, good.
And don't start that.
That's great. How's it going, Baron?
Yeah. Hey,
my-
yo, what's up?
My
Baroni!
bitches. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, he's my friend's dad. It's like, hey, how's it going, Mr. Baron, sir?
Well, fair enough. He's seen you all grow up. Other than the state people who are here. But all right.
Yeah.
So, you guys leave the thing and go back to your various places, and get some rest because you've been traveling here for many days, so you're quite tired. And later in that evening, you guys do get together at let's just go back to the steady haunt, shall we? We will go over
course.
to Dolden's
Woohoo.
Tavern. You guys getting some dinner together, and of course everyone's got money in your pocket. Although I think Badgers is gone by now.
It
Yeah,
was puffins.
No, I got money.
All right.
yeah.
I'm gonna spend Tater's money because that's all.
No.
Well,
Not my money.
there is a girl he's had his eye on over there. Her name's Mary Lou.
Who's this? Who's this girl, Tater?
Not you. No. Badger.
Badger.
I start playing a little dancing music.
Anyway, so you guys are all sitting here today, tonight. You're having good food. Everyone is much better rested. And your guys are, well, you did your mission. You got paid for it. What are you going to do now?
Mhm. I was kind of itching for a fight, but we had
I
some. Yeah,
You were
had
very cautious.
dreams
Yeah,
of
we
that
were.
sentinel looking down at us, eyes going white and red and attacking us. What a dream!
Right.
They don't wear underpants. In the
They don't
green
wear
elf
much. They
kingdom.
don't
They
wear
don't wear
anything.
underpants.
Yeah, they don't wear anything.
I was surprised you didn't kill her. Actually,
I thought
Well,
I really,
that was the
really,
first thing I would have done if I'd have been there.
I really, really thought about it. 'cause
It's also all those other ones up in the tree, though. That's going to alarm
Yeah.
them.
Well, you kill her, and then she goes thud on the ground.
She
well,
was
no,
right
I,
above
would,
you. You could have caught her stealthily.
I was going to walk
That's
right
okay,
up there
Rabbit. You're
and
right.
kill her.
You and
so.
I are brothers from another mother. Yeah.
And another father. Okay.
All right.
Ah.
So, yeah, well, that went well. Nobody died. See, we're
Shit
great at
scared
this
out
whole
of me.
adventuring thing.
Maybe we're cracked up for this adventure thing. Bullshit.
Right?
I'm sneaking away.
Well, so
Oh,
what do you guys want to do?
I messaged you what I'm doing.
Oh,
okay.
I think we need to go back and find out how they're making the vampires.
Yeah, well, I mean, obviously that's something we missed.
Okay. Well, I mean, we can go back, but do we really want to? If we are going there at night,
Okay.
which is what he was suggest.
How many did we know how many there were in the trees at all? Was there, I mean, obviously there's a pit of vampires as well, or something we don't want to. Yeah, that's
Well,
trouble.
how many did you see there, Roland?
he's not here.
Oh, you suck.
Oh, he left. Well, who was the other one? There was another person who saw, right? Or was it just him?
Red Feather.
Red Feather, and he's not with us either.
Oh yeah, Red Feather's not with us.
I saw at least, 24 per tree in every tree I saw.
I mean,
Oh my
isn't there
gosh.
any way we could convince the lizard men with beer to come and like fight with us? I mean, they've got like an army, right?
Well,
Probably
beer
not.
after they fight, right?
Well,
Well,
you know what I mean.
we
I
could
know
do
what
that,
you
but that'd be
mean.
more of like a full-on assault kind of thing. Whereas, I don't think we would have that kind of pull.
country
That would
says
be-
to do.
True.
All I know is I tell my father to invest in steaks and
Garlic.
garlic,
Mm.
streams and streams of garlic.
And make sure you have a mirror by the door.
Yeah, and
Well,
don't invite any strangers in. No idea.
Yeah. Well, okay.
Poppy seeds. I highly recommend poppy seeds.
So, do you guys want to go back out there right away? Like, we could
No.
go, and just.
To what ends?
Well, I mean, if we're trying to see how they're made.
I don't think Red Feather said that
I start
they're
playing
all
a funeral
connected.
dirge.
I don't think
I-
he said all the tribes were
I don't think
connected.
so
I
either.
thought he did because I asked him if they
Yeah.
fought, and he said they didn't fight amongst each other because she was basically puppeteering them all. I thought.
He most certainly did not say that.
No, he didn't.
I thought he did too.
I
Yeah.
think I think the Baron was correct that they are stealing him from other tribes.
Yeah, I think we need to go to the northern area where the other tribe is at, and spy on them.
You might be barking up the right tree there. I think we need to go deep cover. Leather armor all around.
Are all
Elven
green
leather
elves
armor would be
evil?
much better,
Yes.
or
they're-
a cloak of invisibility.
As far as I'm aware, they're all evil. But we could take the northern path this time. Go the scenic route, and then maybe see if we can find another tribe and see if they're
Well,
getting picked off.
there is one thing in progress that might be useful for you, and there's another thing you could do, but you're not thinking.
We're good
Hate
at
when
that.
he's-
But I'm
hate
not.
when he
But I'm
does
not
that. Thinking.
directing you in any direction. I'm not.
Burn it all down.
The only other
Burn
thing
it
we could
all
have done
down.
was infiltrate them with somebody in full disguise, but I don't think you said you couldn't do disguises, didn't you?
Well,
That won't work.
How
yeah.
If we prepare ahead of time. Sorry.
That's worked in other campaigns. I mean, but like I say, if we don't have a proper person that can do that,
We do. We do, don't we?
Yeah, but and there's some concern that this needs to be more than what I can do with just a disguise kit.
No, that's true. There are things, but you don't have it. Puffin, Roland,
Oh,
um, do you have any specific questions for me?
I'm going to. Well, I mean, I'm doing that thing, and I'm going to basically ask about, the stuff and things that we're
A little more
What?
specific, please.
Yeah.
So vague.
see if they know anything about the vampires and about the other tribes, if they've been
Who?
if they're manipulating. That's for me to know.
I can see if
Oh, okay. fair
Auntie
enough.
Chi-Chi has any information on vampire making with hags and the ashen.
Your
Is there-
response is that the Elkfear are the most hated tribe.
Is there any chance of getting help to defeat them?
No.
Okay,
Are
didn't
there
think so.
other tribes known besides the elk here then?
There are many.
Do we know what an average size of a tribe is?
Nope. Oh, I'm sure someone does. Matter of fact, one of the ideas that had come up is probably one you should pursue. There's several things you should be asking. I'm
Puffin's
pretty
dad
sure I was pretty
would know.
clear about some things, and you guys aren't even thinking about those things. Yeah,
Well, then
Puffin's
somebody
dad.
should mention what they want.
Well, how many? How are they
Puffin's
doing
dad
it?
has seen them more than we have.
Why?
We should ask him.
Why
That's true.
are they doing it?
Well, all I've been getting is they're weird.
They're cursed.
Oh, what?
I'm also
What?
going to
What?
ask about the
What?
curse.
What?
Yeah, the
What?
curse. And I thought the curse
But
affected
I'm
all
not
the elves.
directing you in any way, though, or at all. I'm not.
Yeah, but the curse I thought was associated with the hag. I thought that was the whole thing.
You know shit.
Well, that's at least from what
That's
I thought I
true.
was gathering
We're all-
on the.
I never heard anything about a hag. I told you guys they were cursed and a demon was involved. That's it.
That's right.
Devil.
And there
Nothing
was
about a
another
hag.
piece of
Devil.
information,
That was-
Larry, you're
that
not
was someone
sharing, and I
else's-
don't know why you're keeping it secret.
Uh-oh. You better send me a note.
It
The
seems
So
like
deal,
clarified.
Larry.
Oh, they've made a deal? You
Okay,
gotta
well,
explain
that would
that to
be
me.
very useful information.
excuse me?
Like a dope deal with the devil.
Like a deal
the
like I
demon.
made.
Is that what they've done? 'Cause
With the demon, though.
that was unclear, Chester. Yes?
Oh, okay.
Yes? Yes? They've made
yes,
a deal?
there's a deal that's
Okay.
been made, and they are
Okay.
cursed because of it.
Okay, they've made a deal with a demon, and that's why they're cursed.
The
Do
green
we
elves?
know if it is
That
the
was my
demon?
mistake in not understanding that smaller piece of information there.
No, that's all right, Larry. Because I don't know where we would have acted upon that while we were out there.
Yeah, but it's good to know now. So,
Yeah.
so do you have any more specifics about? Is
That's
it
all I got.
Hagrid? Yeah, Hagrid's not the demon we're
Well-
talking about because she's
well,
a.
You
Yeah.
guys kind of have a couple of choices. You can either go and try to seek out more knowledge in regards to this,
Mhm.
or you can let the crown in the lieu of your father do what they do, and you guys go find something else to do.
That's what I vote for.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Well,
You guys are not being asked to solve this situation. You're way too low level.
Yeah,
Let's
got-
move on.
You got
I don't
three
want to
votes
fight
to
an
move
army
on.
of vampiric, cursed green elves and end up on a dinner plate.
Oh well, trust it's going to come back at you anyway. But
Yeah. But if
In the
we, yeah,
meantime.
so
But we
Well,
need
in
to
the
boost
meantime,
up and get-
She can come back here at any time and start eating our children again.
well,
So-
you put a
I don't
a
think she's as
stitch in her
likely.
side pretty bad with that, dude.
yeah.
Well,
You guys
How
still
about think
don't know.
twice?
Well, keep this in mind. You guys still don't know exactly what they were up to.
no.
Look, I feel like the kingdom. I feel like the Lord and everyone has enough information to where, if we were to try and attack, We know where they're keeping them. We know where their location, where the whole location is, and roughly, to a degree, Puffin knows to a degree their numbers. I'm sure that would have been in the report somewhere. Maybe. It depends on what he shared. But, so we basically have... I don't think there's some stuff we might be able to glean, but honestly, they have enough information, I feel, where if they wanted to go in for an attack, this would be,
What more
there.
can we bring?
We
Well,
could
I mean, it's
capture
up to
one
you.
of the.
You could go try to gain more information. You could try to do that, and there is plenty of information to be gained. Or you guys could go to the dungeon delve, or because that's always there. Or you could go to the bounty board that sits in every town in every fantasy campaign that's ever existed, and go help Farmer John with his infestation problems.
Is there any... You know what? We'll check
Let's
the
go,
bounty
Farmer
board.
John.
Is there anything on the bounty board that looks dangerous
On
enough
the
to be, like, interesting for us?
I want to go kidnap a green elf.
That's not a... Well, you know what? If we did
that's
go
a great
towards
idea.
Cade's Ruins...
Oh boy.
If we did go towards the dungeon delve, that does bring us through their territory in the north end. So we might actually be able to, if we could, capture one, maybe.
We don't want those, though.
We don't want
Right.
what?
We don't want one from the north end, do we?
No, if we capture one of those, we could at least maybe glean information on, like how many people are being captured. Like what's the flow of the.
So let's
of the
get two.
particular-
Let's get one, a northern one and a southern one.
I can't help feeling they sent the people who knew the least about the situation in to get information. What
Well-
else are they not telling us?
Yeah, I don't know, but
Or maybe they were just testing you.
yeah, it might be it too. But I mean, yeah, I think. Is there anything interesting on the board, Chester?
On the board, you have Farmer Johann, will be a little more fantasy about it, is having trouble with disappearing cattle. Okay. There is a convoy that is going to the Thysian Kingdom that is concerned about the Red Cap Rebellion and would like guards. That's going out in 2 days. There is a request for going into the southern swamps and gathering specific herbs and facing the dangers of lizard folk who eat your face and potentially black dragons. Let's see what else we got on there.
That sounds pretty
worse.
badass.
It sounds worse than vampires to me.
And there's one from a certain local you guys have met. Everyone here has met him in your life. And he has one that's on the board constantly. And of course, a certain member of your party knows well about it. But there's a little gnome dude. He's pretty happy. His name's Fezwin Stinglepot. And he has something on the board at all times that he will pay handsomely for any artifacts brought from the delve.
We're going to the delve,
sounds
guys.
good because we need to do something while they decide what to do about the vampires.
And the delve would be so much fun. And
What
we'll
is
probably
the delve?
die.
I didn't even know there was a dungeon delve. So
Yeah, that's
there is.
Cade's Ruins, man.
Cage Ruins, yeah.
what I could do with is some plate armor. Yeah.
Let's go to Cade's Ruins. Come on, it'll be
Okay.
fun.
Yeah, I
We're
look
not
for a
gonna
dungeon
die.
delve. Sounds a lot more fun to me than anything else.
Adventure
You guys-
music.
You guys don't want to go sneaking around in
Dun,
the swamps and
No.
Little man running fast.
If we come out of the dungeon delve, all right, we'll be able to go and then we can go and just kill the green elves. You know.
Then you guys could gain a couple levels, probably. Yeah.
That would
Yeah,
be very
that's the
helpful.
whole point of it.
I'm getting sick of level 4.
Yep. All right.
all right.
Let's
There we
That's
go.
it. That's what we need.
That's my
Lightsabers.
man.
Let's go. If we
alright,
have them,
so-
we'll
Let's
be
all go
fine.
chop off each other's arms. then.
how much would be all right? I'm gonna buy about a fortnight's worth of supplies just so I have a
Oh.
decent amount.
You could pay me since I'm now owner of the outfitters.
Oh yeah, you are.
We can
You
use
can gamble all
outfitters
your
for
money
free.
away.
Okay,
Um,
so
That'd be about $400.
400 for
for
2
like
weeks of.
all gear for outfitting.
Oh no, I've got adventuring gear already.
All right,
But
so
I mean,
just
like
food,
food.
would be like $60.
All right, $60. Gotcha. So everyone should probably get, and it's 2 weeks of food. All right.
I sent you a
Actually, I
message.
carry 4, 2 for
Well,
me,
that was
2
for
for the dog.
everybody.
Oh, 60 total. Okay.
2 weeks
So-
of food times 8. We need a porter.
Yes.
We have a bag of holding.
You do have a bag of holding, but you also have an inn full of restless gnomes.
We do.
Yep.
All
They
right.
don't know how
Well,
to fight.
they don't have to.
Oh,
Henchmen are awesome. Let's get. They
Okay,
add
they can
flavor.
follow us.
Okay, get a henchman.
We need. If it's a gnome, we're going to need to do a half dozen.
Well,
To
you could
help
do.
with the
I'm just joking, but you get any henchman you'd like. Henchmen do have a cost. Their cost is $50 a day.
Still, this thing's this weird.
oh, we're not gonna have one of our gnome friends come along.
You could.
Besides,
I mean,
well, if you're gonna have somebody
Aren't
help you
gnomes
carry
these are
stuff,
like,
25%?
zero level NPCs, but they're just
Yeah.
porters and stuff.
But we wouldn't want anyone getting hurt. It probably isn't that hard.
Well,
to
they're
bring
they're not.
ration.
We keep them out of the fight. That's for sure. They don't fight.
They don't eat
Or
much.
you
They're
could
small.
just join one of the caravans that leave out weekly going to Cade's Ruin.
yeah, why not? We'll do that.
We
That
still
sounds
need a,
good.
Let's get a porter for the carry the supplies. We're gonna need,
Wait,
you know,
they're
a
not,
couple dozen,
Okay.
bundles of torches and oil and.
can't be that heavy. Can
And can I sort some armor out?
That's why you have a mule.
Wait, sure, you got money?
Yeah, well, I was just looking at the thing. So it's 200 gold pieces for splint, and then it's 1,500 gold pieces for plate. But I don't know how much money I've got because I've got gold written down on mine. Then you just give us $1,000. I don't know what that is. I've got like 200 gold on my sheet. I haven't written anything down since I
200's
started
a
my character.
lot.
Though.
Because
No,
200
wait,
is basically $20,000.
Did I know? Maybe I didn't write that down. No, I've got 140. Sorry.
Okay, so $14,000.
Yes, but a proper set of plate mail costs $100,000.
Yeah, that's
you
what I mean.
wanna
It's
have-
that's what I mean. It's just why it's expensive. That's why I was looking at splint because it's one. It gives me 1 plus, for my DC, my
Right.
AC. Sorry, but it's nowhere near as expensive. It's just one better than chainmail, which is what I've got. That's what I was asking.
Since
What's
we're
the-
waiting,
What's the splint
sorry.
mail called? Cost?
I don't know. It just says splint 200 GP.
200. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you could pick up a good set of splint for a couple $1,000.
So I can get that, can I?
You can. Yeah. There are.
Yes. Okay.
This
Good.
place is full of blacksmiths.
That's good because then that
Matter of
puts
fact,
me.
there is a man who is training a couple of your pals. His name is Ron Thunder Rock.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, my sister's also pretty good at making armor.
Well, he's a stable master. I just had to bring him up. It's a requirement
Yeah.
every time. But no, you of course you guys know a blacksmith, a very good blacksmith. You went to school with her.
Yep. Our sister.
Introdu- We have to introduce.
Their
Cindy.
sister.
There's Cindy.
Yeah.
What's your rank?
Investigator
What's a
second
rank?
class.
Yeah, so you hate just second class, yeah.
What is his rank? Investigator second
Investigator?
class.
Oh yeah. Or champion, which is what my class is, obviously. But,
Well, subclass, yeah.
yeah, I have a heavy armor master anyway, so I've got all the things to do it. I just wanted to make sure I could afford to get it because then it puts my armor class up to 20. So I've got my rounded out then with my shield.
Yeah. It's rather expensive, but
It's worth it. Play. I mean, can you go higher than 20 AC? Is 20 the highest you
yeah,
get?
you can go higher for.
So
There's a number
just
of
because
ways to do it.
plate goes up higher, that was all. That's what I was wondering. Obviously, I couldn't afford plate. I realised that. But
Yeah, but Cinderi does have splint, and she
Yep,
can
that's cool.
fit it to you, no problem.
yeah, cool. I'll do that. Then I don't mind if it costs me a bunch of my money. That's fine.
Cool. All right. So anything else we want to do before you guys join the caravan?
Nothing that I can see that'd be useful on my end, but because I mean we have all the supplies we need. Um, did we want to get horses, or do we even need them? If depending on the speed
I'm
of the
sure I
travel.
already
think
have a
so.
horse, to be fair, but
You
yeah, I
might,
don't
but
think we.
they have wagons and stuff as well.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
fine. We
Okay.
just sit in a
That'll
wagon.
be fine then.
Well, I'm gonna hire on as a guard for the trip down and get paid to go there.
And also hiring out on the trip down is Shamara.
Oh my
We-
goodness!
It might actually be valuable for us all to be hired guards on this trip. Honestly,
They're not going to hire a gnome for a guard.
well, they see what you can do.
Won't you
There you
just
go.
I ain't
turn
going
into
to
a
show
bear
up.
if they
You
I don't
have
have an ego.
renown. You have renown.
Yes.
Yeah, I was
You
gonna say we
guys,
are.
that's not a problem at all, and they are paying
Yeah.
$500.
Oh wow.
Round trip, though, right?
No,
this is
each way.
so confusing.
Okay. So
I'm
we'll-
sorry, Rabbit. I'm sorry. just consider it like this. It's 500 pounds.
Yeah, no, I get that. It's just because I wrote gold pieces down when I first did my sheets. It just
I
threw
know.
me off completely from the beginning.
No, I know. We're used to the conversion in our head, gold and silver and stuff. But you know,
Okay, $500 there. Cool.
500 pounds. Not the best pay, but you know,
why
all
not?
of your meals and stuff are covered as well. So
We got another $500.
Yeah, we just got
you do
500.
at the end of it. Yeah. So you guys hire on, and there are a whole, and of course you're from here, so that's an easy job for you guys to get, right? There's a whole mess of explorers that have come in, and you guys are kind of guarding the caravan. You take the northerly, super safe route. There are no particular troubles. There's a couple of bandits spotted along the way, but there's too many guards, and you guys scare them off. And of course, you guys eventually, after several days of travel by wagon and horse, you guys crest a hill coming down into a valley. And from the top of the hill, you can see just this sprawling ruined city sitting in front of you. It goes off into the horizon. This thing is... as far as your little town, this thing is probably 100, maybe even 200 times the size. It's gigantic, but it's completely in ruin, right? Everything on the surface is broken and busted. As a matter of fact, it looks blasted, right? Like by a furnace. It's so bad. Do we have any barbarians or rangers amongst us?
Well,
Scout.
we do. Who isn't here?
The
I have
Shimara.
survival.
Yeah.
I was as a scout. I do have survival in nature.
No, I very specifically said ranger and or barbarian. You
Just
do have
typing
one
up
of
just to
Shamara's
be
here.
fun.
Yeah. mhm.
Yeah, Shamara is a barbarian.
She
right?
is your
Yeah.
buddy. You guys, of course, she'd be riding with you.
Those are the vibes I'm
She
getting.
comes over and looking down, and she says, "That is draconic."
Dragonfire?
That's
Dragon
always a
fire.
good sign.
Dragonfire. This entire city was laid low by it. But of course, you guys know from the stories you grew up with that Cage Ruins isn't about the surface; it's about what's underneath. Because the population, they don't know why, 100%, but the population went underground, and it goes deep, and it's very large. And therefore, there are many, many entry points into the ruins. There's not just one. Matter of fact, they probably haven't found all the various entrances because everything here would have had a basement at one time. So how you get into the ruins is really, they're ultimately infinite choices almost. So, and of course, this is why so many adventures can come and actually involve themselves because of the size of it. You guys get down, there's an encampment at the base that you come to, and this encampment is starting to become a town. There are solid buildings here. Some of them are even stone that were built a long time ago. But this in the future will probably become its own town eventually. Because it's so bustling. As you guys come in, there are at least 1,000, if not 1,500 people running around doing stuff. It's quite populated here. Now they're all
Wow.
adventurer based, but that's what you come into. So, How do you want to go about, approaching this delve?
Oh. And the
Well,
delve is specifically the ruins? That's what a delve is?
It means going
Is
into a
it-
dungeon.
Just goes into a dungeon.
Yeah.
I'm assuming. Does it get harder the lower? Is there levels to? I mean, I've never never done a delve in D&D before.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna probably do a dungeon world-esque, I would assume.
Okay.
Okay, so there is probably a whole. I mean, this is the whole point. People are here. It's a whole industry around this dungeon.
We could talk
There
to
are
some people.
Yeah.
I'm going to ask around this town area, see if I can glean who might be a reputable seller of maps of entrances in different places.
I'm going to start
Just
searching.
see what's
for
been picked over already.
Okay, so you're gonna go try to buy a map. Badger, what about you?
I'm going to go search for a secret entrance in the ruins. I'm going to
many-
bring Roland along with me since he's got
How
an
many
elf who's
weeks
good
do you
for
wish
that.
to spend doing that?
Sometimes you get lucky and they come up because it's quicker to the treasure than going to where everyone else has been.
No, it's true. And that's why I said it's.
I'm
very
gonna ask I'm gonna try to find a wild animal and befriend it and talk to it. It says, is there any entrances into the dungeon that no one else has gone down
Good
that
job.
you know of?
Okay, so the various things. You do find a map seller, GOP, and the map seller wants $300 for their map.
Okay,
The
can I
first
do
one
can I do an insight check to see if this person's legit?
Sure.
Okay. And my insight is, I believe, +4, but let me just check real quick. Yeah, +4. Alright. So D20 +4. There we go. Wow, 1s and 2s all day. I have no idea.
Okay.
It's legit.
It is the best damn map that could ever possibly be attained by you. You were so lucky. How cheap is that? Matter of
Yeah,
fact,
300? It's only 300.
Dude, you would pay 5.
Yeah, I would, but
You
I mean,
would.
he didn't. You know, if
might
I
as
would have
well.
rolled a 1, I probably would have paid 5.
Yeah.
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 Okay, cool. So that's 300. For a totally, maybe it is legit. I have no idea. I think it is though.
You do.
So.
You do. And you bring it back to your friends, and everyone's looking at it. And everyone, give me perception rolls, please.
Oh wait, where's my? I have something. Perception.
Perception is
Yeah,
on.
I have +3 on that. Good times. That's how you do it, right?
Yeah, just perception plus wisdom. Some people have feats or skills that are special to their class.
Oh, I was just about to roll, but I won't.
Oh look.
Oh, Bill. Bill immediately starts laughing.
I'm rolling as well. I don't. I think it's a great map.
Look where the arrow's pointing
Why
north.
are you doing it?
Which way is north?
Okay. There's no need for any more. Bill saw it. Bill, you see the map. There's a date on it up in the upper left-hand corner that obviously GOP missed. It says 1482. That was 12 years ago.
Yeah, and north is that away, and on the
Yeah.
map it's showing this way.
That's right. Yeah.
And this spot right here, I lick my finger and rub off. That's oh shoot! Now
Chocolate.
we're lost.
Right.
But he
yes.
seemed so honest.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sorry.
Pretty bad.
Which
I'm
where is
gonna-
it? I'll get your money back later.
Is there a stick around somewhere?
To beat him with? About
Yes.
the head and shoulders?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Yes.
Wow.
Whoa.
Oh, I thought that was Puffin with the stick roll.
Oh no, no.
Yeah,
I-
that'd
that
be
was a stick.
great.
Amy, you feel pity for GOP.
Oh.
Okay. Now, you, Rabbit and Puffin, excuse me, not Rabbit, Badger and Puffin go out looking for secret entrances. You don't find anything interesting. However, weird little gnome lady speaking to a, let's see, a chipmunk.
Chipmunk.
Yeah, you find a chipmunk. And The chipmunk is wearing this weird little red shirt with an A on it. You don't get it. Sorry. Sorry.
Oh
Hi, anyway.
Great.
Okay.
Great.
Yeah, I had to listen to that as a kid every freaking year. So you have to suffer as well. All right. So
Sorry.
No, no.
Your
now
trauma is
you're
my
talking to the
suffering.
chickmunk, and the
Time
chickmunk, of
That's
course,
is
is
near.
conversing with you about various things. It's a bit of a conversation you have here, lady.
Okay.
It actually takes you to several places that are its size, so not really accessible for your party. However, it does take you to one, and you notice that there is several fallen stone lintels that are covering it went through a crack, but there are stone
Hmm.
lintels, and you kind of get down and look. There is a stairwell going down there if you can move the lintels.
Cool.
Say
And
Sounds
thank
like
you
a
to
plan.
him.
sure, covered in moss and stuff, so no one's going down that.
Yeah. So
Oh.
yeah, I'm going back down looking for large enough levers to move stuff. Go down. Okay, I found the place.
Well,
Or
you have
where's
an
the rest of my group?
artificer that can handle that. So.
Okay. Okay.
And a half orc.
Artificer.
All right. So what do we need to build, do you think?
Hmm.
Hey,
Come and you can see.
so
Take her
Tater,
over. I found the way into one of the dungeons, but there's some stuff in the way.
Just give it a good kick.
Yeah.
It's a
Take the
stone
two
wall.
girls over there, because where the paladin goes, where the artificer goes.
I look over
Well,
at,
that's probably true.
so this is
Pumpkin.
your first time being swindled, Tater?
I grumble.
Well, I
I'm,
mean, you
I'm
made a
gonna,
deal
I'm
with the
gonna,
devil. What do you expect?
Yeah, right. Not the
second time
first
being
time.
swindled.
And not the
I'm
first
gonna,
time.
Yeah.
I'm
But
gonna,
eventually, you all will, gather around what Lady has found, and you do work together with your artificer, of course, basically engineer, right? And
Yeah.
you are able to build an A-frame, a pretty basic A-frame, and get these lintel stones moved aside. It takes a day of work, but one of the things you have learned very quickly on your travel here, talking to various adventurers, is one of the rules of Cage Ruins is that if there's a group of people who are camped and going into entrances, that is their entrance for as long as they're there. That's the rule.
Oh,
It's an
Okay, so we
etiquette
need to
thing,
camp at our entrance.
right? And you guys do. You're building an A-frame.
Okay.
That's the etiquette rule here. Now that doesn't mean everyone follows it, but that is the etiquette rule.
Right.
And you guys eventually get the lintels out of the way, and sure enough, there is a stairwell going straight down.
Oh.
What time of
Now,
the day is it?
By this time, you probably wait to the next morning, so it's morning.
Yeah, so everybody refreshing their berries,
Yeah,
because I haven't been
okay,
using those.
good.
Okay.
Everyone got their spells and stuff like that, and there's a stairwell in front of you.
Let's go.
All right.
During that day, while we're doing that, can I see the map, the cartographer, the false cartographer, and try to steal back some money?
Ah.
300 gold's a lot to lose.
$300, not gold.
Or $300. Sorry.
Sure, he can point him out to you. You can do your thing. Go ahead and give me a roll. Stealth
Intimidation.
and pickpocket, or you can intimidate.
Oh.
You could go that route too.
I could go for intimidation while you stealth and pickpocket him.
I don't know. Your rolls have been particularly.
My rolls have been horrible.
Yeah.
I really don't want your help.
Yeah,
I know you
Badger don't want nothing to do with you, man. You stay out of it.
Fair enough.
Hey, but I do talk to Roland and say, let's teach him a lesson, and I ask for guidance when I roll.
I'll give him guidance.
All right. So let's do the sleight of hand. That's the pickpocket you want?
Need stealth first, and then sleight of hand.
Stealth first. Okay. So my stealth is a +9.
Because obviously you're going to be going into his tent, right? It is
well,
nighttime, right?
I would just take it from him as he's selling stuff and do it in front
You
of
could
him.
try to do it. You could do either way. I still need the same rolls. So
You still need the same rolls. All right, that's fine. Okay. Well,
Ooh.
it's rolling.
Hello. Yes.
All right, so
That's
you are able to move up with him, not quite, outside the universe as usual, but pretty quietly. And
pretty good.
yeah, I can't beat it, so I won't even roll. So go ahead and do your sleight of hand.
Okay. Sleight of hand. I only get the D6 once.
Oh,
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
another
Nice.
400 experience for you. Jeez, dude. No, that's 200. Sorry,
Nice.
200.
200.
200.
Yeah.
Well, that's
a lot.
400
50 per.
today, dude.
All right.
Yeah.
Wow,
That's not
pretty
fair.
good. That's
I'm
not
hot
fair
tonight.
at all, yeah, but that's the way life goes. Not only do you do this perfectly, you're able to get one coin purse, and also you notice that there was another one slipped into his belt, and as he's moving, it loosens enough that you get that one too. You get both.
Ooh.
Nice.
Okay.
Just don't let the paladin know.
And you
Now-
just don't
No.
tell the paladin. Yes. Now, of course,
I'm
you
a
go
cleric,
back into
that's
the
all I know.
shadow and away, and you.
Well,
make
I was
another-
also thinking of pressing my luck, but I don't want to take up too much screen time. But I was thinking if he had ink, if I could, pour some on the maps that he has. If he's in, if he has if he's scribing maps,
Can I
He's not
distract him?
scribing. He's not. He isn't. He isn't the
Okay.
scribe anyway.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right. Well, then I'm out.
He bought them from discount Bill down the road.
Well, we should go beat up Bill.
What a
Okay.
weird name.
Weird
Yeah.
name. But anyway, so in one of the bag, it's just his coin purse. That was the main one you got. And inside of there, he seems to be making money because you find $3,000
All right, half for me, half for you there.
in coins. However, the other gem bag is a gem bag.
Oh.
And
made some
inside
money.
of there are 20.
Oh.
So, we ain't gotta tell nobody about this, right?
Hallelujah.
The guy didn't have anything on him. I got.
Yeah, right. I know you my whole life. You show me what you got.
Yes.
I know.
Pull the
I'm telling
wool
you.
over on their eyes, but you ain't pulled it over on mine.
Go ahead. Roll perception.
Oh, deception versus insight.
There you go.
Here we
Deception
go.
versus insight. Go for it. Deception is
Okay.
you, Bill. Insight is you, Puffin. Go ahead.
Oh boy. Oh,
I still have your guidance. I use your guidance against you.
No, I'm using
No,
guidance
your
on
guidance
myself.
would have been
Gone.
used
It's
already.
gone. Yeah, it's gone.
My
Alright.
guidance is on me now. I had to make an adjustment because my stat went up.
Oh,
No.
Chance there, Puffin.
Yep.
Oh man, it's still rolling. Okay.
No, it's an 8.
Yeah, it's
I got I rolled a 5.
Oh, Puffin knows.
Puffin sees right through you, you lion sack.
Piece
Uh,
of shit.
Yeah,
All right.
you are
Here's-
caught,
I'll
of
give-
course.
How would you
I give
ever
him.
plus
I'll
9?
I say, well, let's not do this right here. Let's.
Also, did you
I'll
actually
give it
do
back
that
to
for
him.
someone else anyway?
No.
No.
Don't
I'll give it.
interfere with
I'll give
business.
it. I'll give it back to him, but then I'm going to steal it right out from under him again, just for fun.
There you
But-
go.
So you're going to steal it from one of the party members?
No, I'm not stealing from the
Oh,
party
okay.
members. I'm stealing from Roland.
Yeah, I'm not a party member. Wait a minute.
No, I won't do that. I'll give him. I'll give him half of the 300, which is 150.
Now the
You mean half of the 3,000? You
now
mean half of the
gems have
3,000?
to be appraised. So
And of course,
Well,
there's
there's
only
no
one gnome in
Gems,
this
there's
group that
only
can
coins.
praise
He
him.
doesn't know about the gems. He
No,
doesn't
that's
know
I don't
about-
need to know about the gems. Just give me half of the 3,000.
What makes you think you get half?
Because you brought me, I was the only one here, and otherwise I'm gonna rat you out.
Go ahead. It's not like everyone
threats.
to rat me out. Here.
Besides,
Here's
I'm
your
like
hush.
the best.
I'll give him his
Besides, I
hush
know
money.
you my whole life. You could hold out on me like that.
Well, yeah. I mean, if you
Well,
know
I
me
mean,
your
I
whole
know
life,
that, but you could at least do a better job of it.
How
How
much
about
do you give
this?
Bill?
I'll give him 1,000 gold.
All right, that's fine. I'll take 1,000 to shut up.
And you'll have to write that down and get the gems appraised when you find an appraiser.
And if anybody asks,
Which
the
know
guy didn't
someone
have
in the party.
anything on
So.
him.
Uh-huh.
Guy didn't have anything on him. Sorry, Tater, we couldn't get your money back.
You're being so
Aw.
stingy. Oh,
Grumble,
no.
grumble, grumble.
No,
Grumble, grumble,
I give-
grumble.
Grumble, grumble.
I give Tater. A
I mean, I
wink.
did give him guidance. That could have been a spell fee.
You give me a what?
A
Alright.
wink.
Yeah, Wink. Oh,
So this is good. I will prepare a delve for next week for us. I do have things. That story, the arc is still is ongoing, and I'm going to do more with it, obviously. But I do think a few more levels are appropriate for
Yeah.
you guys. Whether you come here or you do it in town with the random mission run, the grind. So,
yeah.
Yeah.
but why not grind in the delve? So we shall do
Yep.
that. And of course, we have Danny's character here if she does show up.
That's
Yep.
great.
Yay!
So I will prepare the delve for next week. And
Cool.
yeah, no, that'll be fun. We haven't done that in a long time. Huh? Straight up
Mm-mm.
delve,
I've been asking my dad about elven armor, leather armor, because for some reason it helps me when I'm shape changing. It changes,
Oh, it
really
does,
good.
but it's also
Yeah.
cost a frickin' mint.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
people come up and buy stuff from me,
Right.
You know,
and
but
I assume I have a layaway account, right?
Now, you guys did pick up magic items. Keep in mind that all of those magic items, even though they're pretty low level for the most part, or to mid, those things are worth lots of cash.
I
mean-
suggested to sell the dagger, and you were like,
well, it's
"No,
my dagger
how
now.
dare
I'm gonna
you.
sell it.
I was telling you to sell it."
Well, you
Well,
can
I can.
independently sell. But
Well, it depends if you want
yeah.
to, how the economy works. I mean, you're selling magic items, man. You're just breaking the bank in some
Well,
places.
think of this: if you look in the book and you have something that the damn it,
Translate.
no,
Try
the
again.
Translates.
no, there's a word for this.
Equates.
You're the
The
linguistics.
philologist can't think of a word.
My brain just went out. My wife used to be it.
Well,
Damn, my
Amazing.
brain just left me. Anyway, it's
ask her.
basically $20 per gold piece, right?
right.
The
Isn't that
conversion?
right?
No,
No,
it's 100.
it's 100, right?
100 per gold.
So it's $100 per gold piece. And if you go look at some of the gold value of some of those magic items, dude,
Yeah, no, they're ridiculous.
a lot of money.
Yeah, that's why I knew I wouldn't be able to get plate.
Well, that's how you can get.
And that's well, I know, but that's what I mean. But it is simple. It's a simple armor, but it's freaking expensive. It's not even magical.
Yeah. Well, no, you know what I'll do? I'll do it, like I said, I'll do it in the Dungeon World way. So what I'll do is I will go here this week, and I will literally take the charts out of the DMG and random roll dungeon. I'll just randomly roll everything, right?
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Yeah, and then of course I'll randomly. Of course, it's based on your CR, but I'll also randomly roll all of the treasure stuff. So who knows?
Yeah.
You could get lucky, right? You could get something big, right?
Mhm.
But I'll do a complete random like that in that style. That's fun, right? So I'll
Yeah.
prepare that for next week. Just keep in mind that if you find a swamp creature that's in the dungeon, it's not my fault. Okay.
Up creature? Would it be?
Whenever we
in
come
there
across,
and,
we're gonna just cut it into pieces. It doesn't matter.
That's true.
Well, unless it's a hydra, we cut off certain pieces, it grows more.
Oh no, that's bad.
Well, then we just leave the room,
That's true.
Yeah.
That is true.
close it
Throw a
behind us,
tater
and
in,
not
leave the
come
room.
back. Yeah.
But I did put the cage ruins in here to be that kind of random delve type of thing because it's so mammoth, right? So
Yeah.
that'll be fun, and I think some of you here have probably never been on a delve before.
I'm getting a lot
It'd
of
be
Dark
fun 'cause I
Dungeon
think-
vibes from this.
I mean, I didn't get to do much in this episode, so it'd be nice to go and do something.
Well, I mean, you guys had choices. You could have done it
Yeah.
much more aggressive.
Yeah,
One's
but
Latin
if we'd have done that, I
and
don't
an
think it'd have
owlbear.
gone very well, would it? So,
No, you never.
That's all I
Probably.
ask.
Not the way GOP was rolling.
Yeah, no, I almost screwed up everything.
I've had one roll this whole time, and I rolled a 2, so
Fair enough.
Yeah, it was a bad
Um,
night for some of us.
Now, however,
some.
you guys did finish a mission. Everyone gets another 5 renown to Iron Pass only. Okay, basically with the Baron, right?
That's 16.
Yes,
No,
no, I know.
renown. I haven't written that
Wow.
down anywhere.
It's what now for Iron
Yeah.
Pass?
I just said you get another 5 renown for Iron Pass. And you guys also did finish your mission. You completed it. And therefore you get all the XP for that. So everyone gets, I see. So that you didn't do any fighting, but you did complete it. So everyone gets 1,000 experience points.
Oh, leveled.
Everyone should be 5th.
I was gonna say I'm. Will they? I missed last week though, didn't I? So
I wonder if it was important that the group found out that there was a deal made with demons, and that's why they got. I mean, I'm just kind of wondering this out loud to myself.
Yeah, I know, and I filled that into your role playing XP, which I just gave you. But everyone should be 5th level now, which is kind of the minimum I had in my head for going to the delve anyway.
So that's 6,500.
So that's 5th level, right? And I don't know, Bill,
Yes.
are you how far away you away from 6, dude?
Oh, I don't know if I'm 5th yet. Oh, I'm at 6,090 plus. Oh, I got to add another 400, so 6,500.
Okay.
And that's what you need.
wait. Hang on a minute. What did we start at? I started
what we
level
need for
4. So
fifth?
Yep.
Okay, guys, I will talk to you next time.
Later, Pup.
Oh, all right.
Bye, Puff.
Later.
Can-
If you want to talk to me, I'll be on my channel.
Chester, you know, when I started at level 4, do I start at 0 or do I start at 2,700?
No.
No, of course
You
you
start
start
at the-
out what you're supposed to have, yeah.
Okay, so then yes, yeah, okay, that's fine.
And
then. I just
one
need to
point
make sure.
over, right? To make it.
Let me see here.
All right.
So
now I know
everyone
what
to be
I've
5th
got.
level needs 6,500. So who's 6,500?
Yeah, that's what I've just seen.
Yeah, okay.
I am.
Me.
Everyone should be.
eight.
Larry, you are already 5th level, so you're.
I've got 8,200.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, no problem. All right, so
okay.
yeah, and we'll get into that next week, and that'll be great. All right, so awesome.
Oh wait,
Well,
don't we get a stat boost, don't we? For 5th level?
Yeah, we
do.
get a number of
Something
things.
proficiency bonus. He
get
goes
a
up,
bunch
doesn't
of
it?
stuff actually. Yeah, you also get a proficiency +1 and class stuff and all kind of stuff.
Yeah, cool. I'll have a look through the book and stuff. I'll ask GOP if I really need any help.
And I do believe wizards have got to another level of spell as well.
Yeah, most magic casters, not half casters, but most magic casters. Oh, and Larry, it's going to be 1,000 is what we got, and then also any 20s you rolled. You know, you add that
Be
number.
0.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, but he did.
So
get
1,000.
He also got 500 last week. So I mean, he. You know,
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, we'll
everyone's
go over stuff, but yeah, full casters should have another should be level 3 spells now.
Yep, I think so. Alrighty then. So we'll talk to you all next week. Thank you very much, guys. And next week we'll just do a straight delve, which will be very kind of
Lots of
standard
fun.
D&D stuff. It's not story driven, but it's it's kind of what D&D used to be. Nevertheless, yeah. Later.
Outro time.
Bye.